Yes.
Oh, my commands don't work yet.
Oh, he's so loud. I need to turn Ren back down. Okay.
Alright, so how are we gonna talk about what happened during the convention? Are we gonna like, start from the day one? How far did you get, Ori?
I told Ari she's not allowed to talk about it until we're all here.
Oh.
It all began
long ago.
In the year 2023.
Okay. We're still in 2023
Long ago,
now.
when the pyramids were still young, an ancient pharaoh.
No,
boy.
not like this, boy.
Ari's really quiet. Okay, let me turn Ari back up.
No, don't turn me back up. I will start screaming soon.
Okay, I'll turn you up a little bit, so that they can at least hear you properly.
They turn her up a little.
Just a little bit. Hello everyone. Hello everyone, stream chat things. We totally didn't mess everything up and we're late, and this feels exactly like AnimeFest itself. Like I was like, deja vu.
Deja vu.
At the speed.
I was just telling everyone how once we're all put together in a group, we're very obnoxious, so like put up with us until we actually get started on the actual topic.
Yeah, pretty much.
Give us like 5 minutes, hopefully not 10. 5 minutes is actually really lucky for us if we actually get stuff started within 5 minutes, but I doubt so. So 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and then, like a whole half hour passed when like their first panel was when our first panel was supposed to. I got con woman. God damn it.
Okay. Well, now I can't see because your head is in my way.
Yep. Now your hat is just in.
I'm sorry.
What if I just yeet you into the abyss over here, and then you can just be away from everyone else?
Oh, goodbye.
Vanished. Fight.
Okay, there you go. You're back now. Stop giving her her hat. Her hat's too big. I know she's compensating for her boobs, but it's fine.
What the fuck?
You don't see my eyes, they go wide.
My what? What? What was that, Ren?
Wide.
Wide? Yeah, very wide.
My eyes wide.
Oh wait,
okay.
no, sorry,
Yes,
sorry. I realized she's compensating for her height, not her boobs. It's okay.
You motherfucker.
Ooh.
Oh my god, this whole time Nick is just going off about my height, and I was like, ooh.
It's cause you're short. It's fine. We already knew this. My face! Damn it!
Yeah, right as well.
Wait, Zane, is your mic still dead? Oh no, I think her mic has died.
What the fuck happened, Sensei?
Oh no.
You didn't even bring your mic to the convention. How did it die?
Oh wow, she's talking, but I can't hear her. Oh no. Well, this is.
Oh no, this is like the con all over.
I was gonna say this is just like the con.
Hey, stop!
Oh wait,
there.
Oh, hello.
Wait, we got.
My mic while I was gone, but it's like hacking broken now.
Oh no.
We got connection.
All right, we got it again. Oh. Hi Ducky. Hi Logan. Hi Avatar. How are you all? And does anyone know the words to the song? Probably not.
Alright, I'll start.
But we're getting there.
We're officially starting.
Okay, we're gonna start
Oh
at the
my
first
god.
day.
Good do
So
first
I
day.
guess this first day was more so us traveling.
True.
Traveling to the con. Alright, let's start there.
Okay. So Zane and I left. Well, we left for the convention earlier because we had to fly fucking forever. And my flight was pretty okay because I had a direct flight, and it's funny because I was like, oh, can I have a window seat? And they're like, sure. And they're like, it has no window though. And I went, that's okay. And then the flight attendant on the plane felt sorry for me, so they moved me to a whole row where I had it to myself.
Damn. Rough.
I don't even want to start talking about flight. I'm gonna get upset again.
Yeah, Zane did not have a good flight experience.
Let's not even talk about the flight itself. Let's talk about before the flight. Before the flight even happened.
Okay.
They were gonna make me switch two. They were gonna make me do two connecting flights.
Yeah, true.
That was gonna take over 24 hours. And literally, I told Mika, if they're giving me this set of flights to go to America, I'm not going.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah, it was like so many like switches, and I just looked at it and went, that's too many. So we're like, hey, can we not have this, please? Can I please not?
It's very simple. If they give me that, I'm not going. And then they give me one with just one connecting, and even then, the day prior to the flight, Ori was like, hey, are you ready for the connecting flight? And I was like, what? And then what were some things you told me, Ori? I don't really remember.
This girl, love her to bits. Love her to bits, but god fucking damn. She's like, I've never been on a connecting flight or like somebody else handle it. And I'm like, you need to, when you do a connecting flight, you have to go to the gate. Like when you first land, if you're not on the same flight, like the plane's not going to go to your final destination. You have to get your ass off the plane and go to the next gate that you need to get on. And usually you cannot check into that second flight until you get to the gate, right?
Right. I figured that we did need to like get off the plane, but I didn't know that we had to like go to the gate. So I told them, like, hey, so I said that, and Ori was like going off on me.
I mean, Ari's wearing a prosthetic nose right now, Logan.
Walk to the goddamn gate.
I mean, to be fair, it does depend. Some flights will do the whole way. Like my one on the way back was the whole way back. Like I didn't have to check my stuff in. But a lot of places you have to go out, go through customs again with all your luggage, check in.
Oh.
It's
so
very
is that
annoying.
What you had to do for your going there?
No, because we're going there was one flight.
Check baggage?
Going there was only one flight.
Oh, right.
So thankfully not.
So that didn't happen to any of us, actually. So there was no checking and rechecking in of luggage.
Thankfully.
But gosh, even after I got on the goddamn flight, I am unleashed. I am swearing. I don't give a shit. I'm upset. It's early. I just woke up. I'm still jet lagged. What do you want from me?
She's dying.
She's going.
There was a child.
Oh my god, yeah.
No.
A 16-hour, 11, 12-hour flight that every few seconds he was sitting 2 seats next to me. He was laying sprawled on 2 seats, like his head on his own seat and his legs on his father's seat. And he had 2 screens, mind you. 2 screens. One was the airplane seat screen, and one was like a phone screen that his dad was holding up to him. And every 4 or 5 seconds, he would open his mouth and he would go, ah! 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 I don't know if Discord caught that.
I caught it.
That.
Just
imagine
constantly.
That 12-hour flight of everyone trying to sleep, the lights lowered, and this child 3 seats away from you.
Screaming.
Or every now and then, just go, I am a teacher that teaches all ages. I have taught all ages, and I was this close to getting up, not only smacking him, but also smacking his parents and going, what are you doing?
Oh boy. Yeah, not great.
Okay, I'm calm.
Do we not have music to listen to? I mean, music is, you know, you can have music, but even then, like...
You don't need music, just Ori to unmute and you'll have music.
Look, the thing is, even if you have music, screaming child right next to you is still gonna be heard. Like, even, unless you have, like, the really good, expensive microphone, headphones. And, Zane?
I had the airline ones.
Zane forgot her headphones.
I didn't forget them. I told you to bring them.
Huh?
I told you to bring them!
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh my, this bitch.
Yeah, we did.
My lord. My lord.
Oh, dear.
Sensei!
You know what else? I also forgot. That was very...
Wait, yeah.
Oh my god.
Do you have any traveling to stories to tell, Ori, before we get there?
Before we get to that whole thing.
We'll get there because I'm
to day 1.
I only have
No, Zane doesn't travel very much. Okay.
Well, did we not get to you on anything for traveling too?
Well, we do still have one other thing. So,
okay,
and it feeds into something with you. But so I arrived And because I had to arrive on my Australian passport, right? So I got there. I get there, and I'm like, okay, customs, yeah, sure. Be like, mind you, there's no fucking aircon, and it is hot as fuck. And I then proceeded to be in customs lines for 2 hours. 2 hours. Just standing in line, fucking sweating my ass off. And then, like, I finally got out, and the driver's there waiting to collect us. So he collects me, and he's like, wow, that was a really long time. Like, yeah, the customs, it was terrible because it's the foreign travels, right? Because I couldn't do, like, the special pre-check or whatever. And then the thing is, like, Zane was supposed to arrive a couple of hours after me. She arrived while I was still in the airport. And I was like, oh shit, is the driver gonna be able to get back in time? Because he had to drop me off, then go get another guest, drop them off, and then get Zane. And I was like to the con staff, I was like, hey, the driver is saying he might be late to get Zane. Maybe we should do something else instead. So I got dropped off the hotel. We went up to, like, we didn't even have access to our rooms yet. Had to throw all my stuff into a random room. I also forgot my headphones in the driver's car by accident, and drop all that stuff off. And then we're like rushing to go get Zane, and we're already late because this fucker, this sucker didn't have to go through customs like I did. I took 2 hours. What? She took like 10 minutes because of her passport.
Because of the differences in our passport.
Right, because of the difference of the passport.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Damn.
I spent 2 hours in customs hell. 2 hours in customs hell, and she just gets through, she's like, oh, I'm outside now. Like, what do you mean you're outside?
Yeah. Mika and Zozo kept telling me, remember to, like, memorize the address of Zozo's place so that if they ask you questions, you can get through.
Yeah.
Because Mika was like, So they asked you questions, right, Mika?
Yeah. So they're like, oh yeah, so what are you doing here? I was like, oh, I'm here, to see friends, etc., etc. And then they're like, okay, where are you, like where? And I was like, it's called the Sheraton Hotel. And he's like, yeah, but where? I'm like, starts like opening phone to Google the address. He's like, is it in Dallas? I was like, oh yes, in Dallas. He's like, there's more than one hotel. I was like, I didn't know that. I just thought it was the name. I didn't know it was a bridge. I'm sorry. And he's like, okay, here's your shit, goodbye. And I was like, okay, goodbye. He got so mad that I didn't immediately like say Dallas. I was like, you said where? I was like, okay, pulling up the address. Meanwhile, Zane.
Meanwhile, I got there. I was like, oh, that line's very long. Oh, that's a foreign passport line. And then it's skiddy-doo-doo-doo-doo. And then I walked past to the other line.
No way. Zoom right past.
To the other line, and then they're like,
how dare you say skill issue? Fuck you.
Zozo's place, okay, because like both Mika and Zozo like told me about it, so I'm like, okay, I have it memorized in my head, and then I was like, okay, how do I tell them so that in a way it's very natural? Okay, so I tell them the address, but then I don't tell them like the flat number or the street number, because then I have the zip code. So I'm like, okay, this is fine. This is casual. I get to the line, and then they come in. I go in, and I'm like, hi. And they're like, hi, passport please. I'm like, give them a passport. And they're like, okay, stand over there for a picture. I'm like, stand over there. And they looked at my passport. They looked at me and they're like, all right, cool. You're good to go. I'm like,
not even a question.
Not even a question.
Not a singular question.
like, oh.
This bitch wasn't interrogated. What?
And then I got out texting Zozo and Mika like, oh, I'm out.
And meanwhile, Zozo and I are like rushing to get back, and then there was like crashes on the road too, so everything was slower. Oh god, that was day 0. That wasn't even like day 1. That was us just getting there, and already so much had happened.
Set the tone for the rest of
it really did.
Oh,
okay.
It sure did,
okay.
Honestly.
Yeah, but here's the thing,
and
right?
Ori landed.
No, Ori landed the next day.
After.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So I wake up Thursday morning, getting ready to, because we were going to go have Texas barbecue, and then we're gonna go shoot guns. They'll take us to a gun range. I wake up Thursday morning to a message from Zane going, I forgot my laptop charger. Zozo's taking me to go get a replacement.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, I remember this because I remember that she messaged me, and it was like, she was like, "Oh no, no laptop charger," and I'm like, "What?" Yeah, and I'm like, "Sensei, Zane, I told you about this laptop charger. I told you. You put your laptop. Did you get your charger?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put it later."
She didn't put it later. Spoiler, she didn't put it later.
Spoiler, she did not. And then was like, "I'm awake," and I'm like, Zozo said we're gonna go or drive out to get a charger, and like, Jesus, okay.
So I wake up, she's gone.
Center. It was big. Sounds like Sensei, honestly.
I am a little jealous that you got to go to Micro Center and I didn't, because I hear about it all the time and I wanted to see.
Micro Center was so cool.
If anyone who doesn't know, Micro Center is like a really, really big computer parts store. You can buy like all sorts of stuff to build a computer there, or like get chargers and other things like that, monitors, all that good stuff.
There was so much stuff that I didn't understand, and the shelves were all so tall. I was like, I'm used to like my own supermarkets and like stores.
Traffic, yeah.
So like, walking into like an American Walmart,
so you just left everything at home.
Was, like, these shelves are so tall. How would Ori feel?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I have multiple times on multiple occasions have climbed a shelf to get there.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
I have actually had to literally climb things. So
jeez.
I've become very efficient in climbing shelves.
Oh God. Thankfully, we did find a replacement for my laptop, so I could use it for the actual stuff.
Yeah, I'm just adjusting Zane so that she's not stuck to me.
Stuck.
There we go.
There you go. Now you have a Zane stuck to you.
No, I don't want to stuck to me. Although she moves around too much. Ori is a work and health safety hazard waiting to happen.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Pretty much.
Hey, it's not my fault that everyone, like, America's built for 6-foot people, okay? I'm not built for that, alright? Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't have friends that are, all my friends that are tall moved out of my state. So the only other way is if I grab some random person's like arm and use it as leverage. Okay, I ain't about to do that.
Oh dear. Thursday was actually very fun though.
27th was when Ori wasn't here yet, right?
Yeah, so Ori came in the evening. But we went out and had barbecue, which was really good. Oh my god. We got taken to Pecan Lodge. Was it Lodge or Lounge?
I don't know.
Trying to look at the photo. Hold on.
We have photos.
Pecan Lounge?
Pecan Lounge, is that right?
Is it Lounge? Lodge?
Lodge.
It's Lodge. There's a D. It's Lodge.
Lodge?
There's a D. Oh. Okay.
Wow. There's a D.
Yes.
Oh.
So
Can't believe I missed out on that.
Yeah. So what happened was the convention took us out, and they were like, order whatever you would like. Yeah, we ordered a lot.
Killed you.
We ordered so much food.
I can't really see what number picture it is. Oh, it might be stream safe, but it's 2378 is the one I'm about to pull on to the screen.
Ah, yep, I see it. Okay, let me...
2378. If it will work, that is, plus...
Hold on, I'm gonna... Oh, jeez.
Can I just...
Oh?
I can make a comment on this. Can I write...
You can make a comment on this. Oh my gosh, Ori commentating.
Let me make it up on my side too, so you can all see it.
I need to turn this... Nope, wrong way.
There it is.
Which is the right way? I don't know. Just use your eyeballs.
There it
you go,
is.
guys.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
This is
Wow.
the Pecan Lodge order that we got.
Yeah.
There was like what did we order?
We got brisket. We got burnt ends. We got the giant beef ribs. Those things were huge, by the way. Like
Listen,
they were gigantic.
I saw the giant beef ribs on YouTube. Like someone made a YouTube video about it, and I was like, I just literally pointed. It was like a month or two before us going to Texas, and I was like, Mika, when we get there, I need this. I need to put this in my hands.
Yeah. We got Southern Fried Chicken. We also got some peach cobbler and mac and cheese. And also, I got a sausage.
We didn't get cornbread. Yeah, I didn't manage to get cornbread.
Yeah, we didn't
have.
have.
No.
We didn't have. So
It was too rushed.
yeah, for context, we got told about cornbread, and we want to try, but we ran out of time.
Sad.
Sad.
The mac and cheese was super good though.
Oh,
at
it was
the
so good.
Pecan Lodge.
It was like really creamy and just like so tasty.
Oh.
And it was so tasty that Ari stole the rest of Zane's.
She stole my mac and cheese.
Yes.
Like, I remembered like 2 seconds before. I was like, wait, Mika, don't let Ori take my mac and cheese. Ori with a face full of mac and cheese.
Oh, do you know what's even better, Zane? There was still some left after that. She just finished it anyway.
No, it's fine. I wouldn't have eaten it if she started on it anyway.
Yeah. Now,
No, see, the thing is, no. If we're gonna talk about that, if we're gonna talk about the fact that I ate her fucking mac and cheese, you know what Mika did? You know what fucking Mika did?
Oh no.
I did nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bitch.
Nani?
Freaking, okay, so Zane was not here. I don't know why I think it's because when I landed, like they already had done the. Oh wait, do you want to talk about the gun shooting thing first?
Oh yeah, we probably should before you get too distracted. So after we had this, we went. Zane and I went and shot a bunch of guns, and and Zane was very partial to the sniper rifle. Surprise, surprise! It was a bolt action sniper too. It was really good.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Like, you shoot and then you aim and then you have to pull up
And
the
you
thing and then you pull it back and then you pull it forward again and then pull it down and then you can shoot again.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what bold action means, but then I just explained to you the action.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I have pictures of it, but I need to find the right one to pull up.
Remind me to never get on the wrong side of Zane if she took a liking to a sniper.
That is a bold action, yeah.
My favorite was the shotgun. We got to fire like a bunch of handguns, including a revolver. We tried an AR-10. I also tried some shotguns, including the ones you see the cops have in the movies, the semi-auto shotguns that have like the pump action where you go.
Try any of the shotguns. I saw Mika use it, and I was like, I'm out.
To be fair, like the shotguns, they didn't bruise me, but like you could see afterwards, you could see where they had hit because like there was like a little bit of like
Yeah, we shot guns.
yeah, there was like a little bit of the recoil is strong on a shotgun, shall we say?
Shotgun recoil is really bad.
It's really smack.
Yeah.
This one.
You have
This
to
one's
be
mine now.
careful.
Oh yeah, that
I was
one.
very close to just going like, hey, can I have it now? Is this mine now? It's mine now, right?
Considering how expensive the guns are, probably not a good idea.
Can't tell what model it is from this angle. I'm
It
sure
was
I can
a
actually pick the
Crestmore,
model,
I think it was. Crestmore?
but
Hold
I don't
on.
remember. Could probably ask.
Creedmoor. It might
We
have
have
been.
other pictures, but we're gonna have to edit those before we show you guys.
Yeah, because we're in them. Alright, let me see. Let me just pull this up so I can show my side as well.
Mm,
Dude, the amount of bullets on the floor is crazy.
That was
Yeah.
from like
Oh,
a bunch of people.
yeah.
That was from like a bunch of people, not just us.
yeah,
Okay,
they didn't like
okay.
all clean it up after us, though.
Yeah.
Did you say America at all? Ah, shoot! What a wasted opportunity. We should have went
Ah,
America.
Damn, we did not do that. So this is
I'm
this
trying to
gun that
find
Zane
this-
really liked. I don't think we have any the photos of the shotgun by itself.
I do.
Oh, you do?
No,
Okay.
I did. If you look in our collaboration, I think it's one you posted it.
Oh, that's the cop gun shotgun, but not the
not the Big Bang Bang one.
no, not the Big Bang Bang one.
Got it. Let me see.
Just really funny because like if you've ever seen how like the full manual shotguns work, where you have to like crack them and then like it pops the shells out.
Yeah.
I did that, and the range instructor behind us was standing a little too close, so I hit him in the face. He got hit in the face with them.
No.
Yeah, plus Mika didn't know, so like he popped it open.
And it just went whoosh.
And it went brap.
Like I thought it would just like pop out a little bit, but it just like full pelt just like smacked into his face. Beach loading shotgun is what it's called, according to people pet stuff. Alright, here. This is the cop gun.
Pump actions are fun. Oof.
Breach loading, cool.
That's the one where you crack it in half and it's like she'll shove the two in.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, breach loading. Okay. At least it didn't get stuck in your shirt. True. I did also technically maybe have broken a gun. It's kind of.
We only broke the pin, right?
Yeah. So one of the handguns that we had, I fired one shot, and. And then I was like, okay, and I fired it again, and then nothing happened. I just immediately, like, I turned my head to look at the instructor, and then I put the gun down and I backed away. And I was told that is the correct thing to do. Apparently the firing pin broke, which technically is not my fault. It's just really funny that
pin. There we go.
It's just funny that it happened to be like the one thing that
Nah.
Yeah, but here, I found it. So I used this gun, right? And then this is the results.
Oh yeah, the
Okay,
shooting.
I got pretty close. Like some of them landed in the circle. That's pretty close.
That's close enough.
Oh, no, that is close.
Yeah.
Okay, there's like one on the pig, one below the pig, two on the rabbits, one beneath the middle rabbit. The circles, I could hit the middle two, and then the ducks. The ducks didn't like me. If you can see, the 3 bullets were all beneath the duck. I didn't hit the duck at all.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then
But
on my
that's
screen,
okay.
I have like the shotgun, and I didn't need to aim. I just had to aim in the general direction of the paper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They also told me like it was easier with a sniper rifle to aim.
The sniper was actually really quite satisfying to aim, like in terms of using the scope and all that. So Ducky says, "Thank you for not shooting me, Zane."
Aw, it's okay. I mean, if you wanted to, you just had to stand like all the way over there.
Oh,
I would
boy.
be glad to. It'd be my honor.
Hey Cam, yes, firearms. We got to shoot guns while we're in the US, because you know, America. I really liked the breach shotgun. It was very heavy. The guns were a lot heavier than I expected.
Oh my gosh, I could not hold up. For those of you who've been here a while, you have seen Zane play Resident Evil, right? If not, well, look it up on YouTube.
Go give her those view hours.
So
Do
I've
it.
always been partial to the sniper rifle, and like Kana did a really nice piece of art for me where I was holding the sniper rifle and I was trying to replicate that position. So I lifted this gun off this table here, yeah? And I was trying to hold it in that pose. And then I almost hecking dropped it. It was like, oh,
This one.
it was so
Yeah,
heavy.
they were quite heavy. Do we not have firing ranges in Australia? I mean, we probably do, but we don't have the kind of guns that we got to play around with. Like, they didn't have things like this. So.
Let me see if I can.
That was the shooting.
Yeah, and we got to
gun
keep
range.
souvenirs.
You got to keep shooting.
I was gonna allude to it afterwards, saying you didn't have to like cut me off right away.
No!
I
I can't believe they've done this!
You put it in your damn pocket, girl!
You didn't tell me to do anything! Nobody told me anything about where to put it!
Ayo.
Nobody told me where to put it! So I was like, I'll keep it out in the open so that it's clear and everyone can see where it is instead of hiding it away!
Oh boy. Okay, so for context, we got to keep souvenirs. So I kept a shotgun shell, and Zane kept a shell from the sniper rifle. However, she kept it in her carry-on versus in her luggage, her checked luggage. And when she got to Japan, she caused a bit of a kerfuffle. I think we
No, TSA was fine. I showed TSA, they looked at us, and then they
That's
were
because they're
like,
Americans.
Anyway, that's for when we get back.
Yeah.
A bit of a kerfuffle. Yeah, that's for when we get back.
Yeah.
All right. Moving the date to 28th.
Wait, we haven't talked about Ari arriving.
That's the 28th, no?
No, it's the 27th. It was the evening, remember? The 28th is day one of the con.
Oh, that was when we had the laundry kerfuffle.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so we were like, let's do some laundry, before the convention, so we'll have some extra clothes because both of us took only like a small amount of clothes because we had like a lot of stuff.
We had to wash our clothes after the gun range.
Yeah, because like lead and stuff. So we're like, well, we may as well do laundry now because we've got like a couple of clothes from travel and we've got some clothes that are need to be washed anyway. And we go down. At the same time,
Ori was coming in. So we were like, oh, we have an hour-ish. We should be able to finish our laundry before Ori gets here.
Well, famous last words. We got down there and there was like the little coin things on all of them. So we're like, oh, okay. And there was like a sign saying, if you need quarters, go to the front desk. So we went to the front desk and they're like, oh, we don't give any. And I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. And so we went to like the market. There's like a little in the hotel. There was like a little marketplace. So like, okay, let's try that then. And they wouldn't give us quarters there either. They also had no detergent.
No detergent.
Oh my god.
So we messaged the con staff, and the con staff was like, oh, hey, let me come have a look. And also, I have detergent, so you can borrow that. So we went back.
She went down to the lobby to ask for us. And then, unlike what the lobby staff told us, it was like, oh, we have no quarters or detergent for you guys. Which, if you ask someone that, of course we're doing laundry.
Yeah.
But she went to the the person who went to the con staff was like, oh, the laundry machines are actually all free. It's like, you could have told us that!
Yeah. So it turns out they were actually free. So we went back up and we started doing laundry. And also when we were there was like a lot of people in there and they were really chatty, so we kind of were like hiding. Yeah. So we started doing laundry and then Ori arrived, so Zane went down to get Ori while I watched our stuff.
And I was like, Ori, where are you? And Ori was like, I'm sitting down at the lobby. I'm like, how do I recognize you apart from Asian?
This time I've never seen it. Like, oh my god. I have stories about landing though, not gonna.
Oh, do it.
Oh, yes, do tell.
Right, tell.
Okay, the thing is, right, like, I'm gonna out myself a little bit hard, but like,
don't be careful.
Don't dox yourself.
No, I'm not gonna actually full out myself, but like TLDR, right? Like, I'm very petite, like not too petite, but like literally, since I was technically a 1+1, there was no like, there was no driver, right? So I had two choices to get from the airport to the hotel that they were staying in where the convention was. So it was either I Ubered myself and potentially get freaking kidnapped by thine driver, or I take public transit and then pray to God I don't get kidnapped on that. Deadass! I went through public transportation, right? But like when I went through public transportation, I had to take the bus to the train to like the DART station, and then I'm pretty sure no one was manning the DART station, and it was like a, pay. It's supposed to be like $3 to actually get onto the train, but like I don't think I saw anybody, and I don't know if I was supposed to actually pay it or not. So, like, I was just like,
gasp.
Okay,
did you skip out on the? Oh my god, a criminal, a theft.
Criminal.
Bruh in chat.
I didn't, because like what happened was that on the bottom was the ticket, but on top was where all the trains were. So I was like, I already got up to the top half, and I was like,
lock her up.
I was like, where am I going? I'm like, oh, where's the ticket thing? And I'm like, oh shit, it's not there. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta go back down. So I went back down, and I was like trying to give money, and I was just like, and then I was like, wait, where am I going? Oh, I did get a ticket. I did not get a ticket, but then I was like, low confused as fuck, and I'm like, wait, okay, got it. Okay, I go back up, and I'm like, what is happening? It is hot as balls. Why is the?
It wasn't that hot.
It was. It
You
was
guys
so
kept
hot.
saying it was hot.
It was so hot. Okay,
It was not hot.
so just to
Somebody tell-
backtrack
please,
just a little bit. So when I arrived, I stepped outside and I was like, "Holy shit!" So I messaged Ari because she was awake, right? Because Zane was still traveling, and I was like, I just messaged Ari, "Fuck me, it's hot." and then when she came in the next day, she basically she was like "Shit, you're right."
And then there was me when I stepped out. I was like, "Ooh, toasty."
That's because you're insane.
That
Can
was
somebody-
very nice.
Can
Yes?
somebody please tell me
Yeah?
what was the temperature?
It was
I
like
was
it was like
nice.
42 C.
Oh, that's
Listen,
really hot,
Ren,
but, like,
it's
that's
not
normal.
humid at all.
It wasn't humid,
was
but it's
like-
still really hot.
It's not humid. It was just like a very warm, toasty.
It was dry
nice,
heat.
And I was like, "Ooh,
Ugh.
it's so nice."
No, no,
And not humid?
no,
I know, it was so nice.
no.
The
Like, I
Asians.
was wearing long sleeves because the goddamn where I left was colder, and I came out and I was literally sweating buckets. I wore a white shirt and I'm pretty sure it was safe through by the end. I was like,
Oh my god. Ori, no.
A free show, wow.
No!
Wow.
because I had to walk from place to place, and I got on the dart. Why is the train so tiny? Why are your guys' things so tiny? I'm tiny, but damn,
Yep,
that was
that's what
tiny.
she said.
I mean, considering it's also Texas too, you would think it would be bigger because isn't it the thing everything is bigger in Texas or whatever?
Right?
Mm.
Except
We've
for
been
the
lied
trains.
to.
Except for the trains,
Except
I
for
guess.
The trains, apparently.
Yeah,
Let's see.
but
The
But yeah,
transportation is an exception. God damn it!
but yeah. So wait.
Oh, it's tiny because we all drive. Valid.
Ah, drive. Okay, you drive. Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Mm.
And then, well,
I
you
went to
made
pick
it to
up
us,
Ori.
but
Ori was
what-
like, "Big hat," and I'm like, I walk down to the lobby. I'm like, looks around. I'm like, "Big hat." I see her, and then she's like, and then she sees me, and then I'm like, "No, just come over. I'm not going over there."
while this
And
is
then
happening,
she starts making a run, and I'm like, steps back, steps back, steps back, steps back, steps back.
She literally freaking in the elevator. She's like, "You're everything I imagined you to be."
Man, and then while this was happening, right? Because I was still in the laundry watching our stuff. Because I did technically we could leave it, but I don't trust no one to fucking not touch our laundry and shit. So I'm sitting there just waiting, and then this lady who's there is also just starts trying to talk to me, and I'm like, please, just leave me alone. And she's trying to talk to me. She's like, "Oh, where are you from? Why are you here? You doing this, that?" I'm just like, please, God, please let me out of here. No, I don't want to be here.
She was also asking us like, "You here for the anime stuff, right?" And we're like,
Yeah, we totally are.
yeah."
She asked me where I was from. I said New Zealand, so that it was less likely for her to pick up that it was me.
Oh my gosh, New Zealand.
But then, okay, so Ori hadn't eaten, so we tapped off. So
Tagged out.
yeah, so we
and
tagged out.
I stayed in the laundry room, and then Mika went with Ori because I picked up Ori, so now Mika gets to go badger Ori.
Go feed her. Yeah. So we went upstairs to where so for when we had Tabasco's barbecue, we still had a lot left over because obviously there was a lot of food even between 4 people. So we had taken the leftovers with us. So we took one of the shared sections left, and we went and heated that up in the so there was a green room for all the guests. So we went to the microwave and started heating it up. And then Ori started eating the mac and cheese, and that's when we got the message from Zane being like, "Hey, please don't eat my mac and cheese." And we're like, "Oh." Because okay, so here's the instructions she gave us. She said her food was in the bottom. My food, so my leftover food was in front on the top shelf, and then behind was the 2 shared ones. She didn't say that in the shared ones, her mac and cheese was in there as well.
because it didn't fit in my box.
Because she didn't tell us. It didn't fit in her box, so we didn't know. So it was really late.
The thing was, I think the first thing I looked at, I'm like, "Ooh, mac and cheese."
Yeah, literally, Ori was like, "Ooh, mac and cheese."
Ooh, mac and cheese. No, but the greatest thing about it, right?
Nah, that was it. That was all that happened.
No, Mika. No. You're upside down on my screen for a reason.
Shut up.
Just, you know.
You bitch.
The good old joke about Australia being upside down, right? Is that Mika embodied it within the first hour of meeting Mika IRL. Because deadass, you know, like those Ziploc bags, right? There was a Ziploc bag worth of utensils, right? I'm trying to like put everything into the thing, and I'm trying to check everything, and I look up, and Mika is holding the bag of utensils in the Ziploc bag upside down, and was like, "Oh, time to open it." I'd open it bottom, and I'm like, "It's a Ziploc bag." Upside down
Okay. Here's the thing. To be fair.
No.
Okay, listen to me.
I don't think there's any defense in that. Okay.
Okay, try. All right, try. You know what? Mika, try.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, so what happened was, I picked up the bag, right? And I was holding it with one hand. My hand was covering where the Ziploc bag part was. So I looked at both sides, and because I thought it was one of those bags that is just sealed on all sides. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just rip it then. And that's when I pulled my hand away to rip at the bag, not realizing that my hand had been covering the Ziploc part.
Yeah, or the fact that I pointed out, I was like, Mika, it's a Ziploc bag.
Hey, I didn't rip the bag. Shut up. It was just that I was thinking about it.
I like literally, if I didn't check, like if I didn't see 1 second faster, I would have turned around and just saw the whole bag, just like all the contents.
Okay, to be completely honest, it didn't really matter because all the cutlery was sealed in its own little bags anyway, so it wouldn't have made that much of a difference regardless.
Okay, that is a relief.
It is a relief, but also I can't see it, but I am shaking my head as well. Please. Just look around. Look around the bag.
Otsukara, yeah, it was busy.
Mika, you play those RPG games where you have to like turn everything around. Do we not learn from that, Mika?
Like a room, you like kind of turn everything around.
Look, I was too busy trying to get utensils for the poor one starving next to me.
I'm starving. I was starving. Did not eat the whole day, and then was like, "Oh, I landed in Texas. Walked about. I think I walked like 2 miles." And then was like, "I'm
Dude."
And I'm like, "Please, let me eat."
Ooh.
That was also a good tone setter for Ori's soon-to-come days.
Dude, it really was. Holy shit.
Ari picked the wrong fucking shoes, man.
I know they said you gotta like, and Texas is all spread out, but I did not think they would actually it's actually somewhere from each other.
Yeah. Oh my god. So then what we did was so Ari had her food. We went back and got our laundry. We went upstairs, right? And then we kind of just chilled for the rest of the night, didn't we? I don't remember anything in particular.
What did we do that night?
Was it that night that we watched Myth? I don't think so, right? I think that was the next night.
Was it Kazui?
Right, yes, we watched Kazui.
Wait, was it already Kazui?
Yeah, it was. That's right, because it had dropped while Zane and I were in the plane.
Oh, wait, sorry. You guys did Kazui. Go on.
Yeah. We watched it and we were like, holy shit! Because oh boy, that video was sure something.
Yep, we watched Kazui, and then Ori stayed with Mika that night.
I slept with Mika. Oh my god.
Don't say it like that.
Don't say it like that, Ori. Jesus.
She's been saying it like that this whole time.
Yes, I have.
I'm of course, it's Ori. Typical.
Did you expect me to do anything less?
Well,
no.
Teehee. No, I bullied Ari with kind words that night.
Oh god, yeah, I forgot about that. I've been bullied. I can't believe it.
And then the first day was convention day 1. Yay!
Yay!
And the fight for my life on that day.
Convention day 1.
Oh my god. Okay, so at least on my side, everyone can see the thumbnail for my stream, and I posted it as a thumbnail for on Twitter as well. That picture that Ren drew, that came from the events of that day.
Absolutely. I was only interested in, you know, what's that? Immortalizing history.
Okay, so our
as
first
accurate as possible.
Yeah, so our first panel was indie, like VTubing as an indie group plus Ari, because Ari is basically like an unofficial official member at this point. So it was myself.
I didn't agree to this.
Zane.
Oh. Okay, bye. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry, Ari.
Right.
I guess you're out.
Okay. Bye, guys. I guess. Okay. Goodbye, guys. Ending stream. Goodbye.
But yes, it was myself, Zane, Ari, and Ren, and we were in the panel room 1, which is like a really big room, and they had like a thing. They had like a screen set up for us, like so that people couldn't see us. So they had like big banners, and we had like a table to set up everything on. And then we discovered something very important. So we were planning to use the convention Wi-Fi, but due to the security, we couldn't connect our phones to our VTuber studio. So I had to use my Wi-Fi for Zane and I. So I was using my data that I had bought for the trip, so that we could connect to our computers.
Yeah, so despite the fact that technically I had more data than Mika, because mine is unlimited, but it's a lot slower than Mika's, so we had to use Mika's.
Oh my god.
No. That's not the first part that went. That well, okay, that was the first part that went wrong. And then the whole see, I think while Mika and like Zane were worrying about like the Wi-Fi connection to their models and to the computer with all the
let's just say there was a lot to worry about.
They were worrying about that. I was worrying about getting the goddamn computer from the second floor to the first floor, and because it was like I was like, they were just like, oh god, what are we gonna do? Like we're gonna put this in there, and I was like literally sitting there like I'm like huffed in like computer after PC trying to get it up and down.
Oh lord.
And this was before we had access to the freight, like, or the back end, like, house,
True.
like, elevator. So I sat and, like, stood there with a cart, standing next to the parking lot where the hot air was coming into my face, waiting for the elevator to come by. But because everybody was, like, coming in and out of the elevator, and it took so long, and I sat there with all the PC shit, and I'm like, I don't know where I'm going.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Because it was like the first day, and then like freaking like the person that we were helping, right, was like, I need to go to the restroom. I'll meet you downstairs. And I'm like, okay.
And then you didn't know where to go and how to go.
Oh no.
And then I came out, and then they were like, hi, and I'm like, oh my god, okay, hi.
Oh my god.
I did like wait like 20-ish minutes waiting for that elevator to come up. I was like, please. It was only literally one floor down, but like we couldn't use the escalator because I was carrying like PC and a like the
monitor and
monitors,
yeah,
and headphones.
And I was like, so that was the other end of it.
And then okay, so we got everything down. The computers were up and running. We had our connection, and then we tried to use VNet.
And then we tried to use VNet.
Now, so really important thing when it comes to VNet, which is what we're using right now. You have to have a strong connection for VNet to be able to upload and download models to every participant. Yeah.
Yes,
So the ping on VNet was in the thousands.
It was great. It was so high. You know, high numbers are good.
High numbers are good numbers, right? Like literally, like I loaded on Zane's side and Zane loaded up on mine, but then Ori didn't upload on any of us, and then we didn't upload to Ori's at all. And so we kind of were like, okay, we're running out of time. This is not good. And then in the end, we just gave up and we're like, okay, let's do OBS Ninja. But because it was still on Wi-Fi. Because it was still on Wi-Fi and it was OBS Ninja. Let's just say Ari was in a crisp 144p quality.
She certainly
for
was.
The entire panel.
I was so crispy. It was so crispy, guys.
Which is why in the art she's pixelated.
Let me make a side comment about this. So Kana saw this art as well, and they were like, I was waiting for the picture to load up only to realize that is it. That's it. That's exactly it. They were just sitting there staring at the screen and like wondering when it's gonna clear up. I did.
What's really funny too.
Find the picture. Ren, did you tag it properly?
It's in our fan art channel as well.
Yeah. What do you mean I tag it properly? What?
I can't find it.
He didn't add our art tags. No. No, he did the wrong tag. It was 2023, not 23.
What? No.
Yeah.
I tagged it correctly.
No, it's MLC AF 2023.
I did.
No,
what?
you tagged it MLC AF23.
But that was what I saw. I would in other your other posts. I only copied.
Zane accidentally posted the wrong one.
Wrong, but one of my posts were wrong. The others were all correct, and you happened to look at the one.
The one that was
wrong.
Oh well.
But yeah, so there's like different things happening for every person, because for Zane, she's like being drowned and like shoving her drink into her mouth, and the reason for that
because my stream deck was next to Ori and kept pushing all of my buttons, and I was like, stop it, and I would smack her. She would scream.
Right there. It was. I could not press the button. It was right there.
It was very funny.
Yes. So everybody was like having their turn talking, and then you would see Zane kind of like
being just being waterboarded.
What does this button do? Touch. Exactly. That's literally what. Button.
And the reason why I'm blurry is let me recreate this scene. Give me 1 second. So I was using Zozo's computer, who had been testing, and because the y-axis was set up a certain way, I was doing this. Nyom.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, I can't see. Wait. Just about that. Wait.
You don't do it here.
Oh.
Wait. You gotta.
Basically, he's doing what I do. Like what?
Yo.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There he goes.
Yum. So we had to. So I was just zooming. I was just zooming back and forth.
It really was. Also, if you notice, like Mika has like his phone out. Because your phone needed to charge.
Oh yeah, I was like desperately trying to get a phone charger. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, because my phone was at 100% charge, but because I was the internet for both Zane and myself, and I was also using VTube Studio, my phone battery just went boom. I was like grabbing my other phone, like desperately messaging, be like, hey, can someone bring me a phone charger? Because we didn't expect to need to use it, right? I didn't bring my charger with me. So I was like desperately trying to get a charger from someone. Because the thing is, if my phone had died, I lost face tracking, that's fine. But it was also the internet for us.
Yeah. So I needed Mika my entire power bank. Was like, just use this one.
Yeah.
That was a good start, wasn't it?
And then I have the megaphone because So like, okay, the last time that we did panels
AnimeFest?
for AF, yeah, we were all, you know, virtually and remote. So we went into the stream thing together, and I get to
Restream.
hear restream,
Yeah.
and then I get to hear everybody based on like where they're coming from, and not the audio of everything else. I don't know how to explain it, but basically what happened this time was, so everybody could hear each other, obviously, so everyone is muted-ish, kind of. So it's not on Discord, it was on Restream. So every time a single time I talk, I hear myself, and it's just this booming voice, and I'm like, Lord.
Because he was coming through basically on the audience volume rather than like, because we had our own microphones, right? But he was coming in through Restream, so he was through like the audience audio, so he was really loud.
It was really loud, and like I think it was also like reflected in the streams. Like you couldn't hear my voice the way you could hear my voice now, or everyone else's voice now on stream, right? But you could hear what the audience is hearing, and it was really muffled. So it's like, you know, I guess I get to be the voice of God once.
Yeah, the voice of God from the fucking just the speakers of doom.
So, yeah, that was our first panel,
Mm.
What
which was also late for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was. We had
Please
some
note
technical
that
difficulties.
A panel goes for 1 hour only, and we were late for 30 minutes.
Mm.
Yeah.
I didn't know that setting carried over to other models. I didn't know that setting carried over either. So that was something that I learned, because basically, I dubbed it my stick of truth. I had a USB stick with my model on it, and I plugged it in, copied it all across, and then there was like these settings that I didn't know would still be effective because it's like base VTube Studio rather than my model specific. I was like, I see. Well,
I see. Well,
understood.
we got something iconic out of it.
We did. It was very funny. I fixed it afterwards once I worked out how to fix it.
What a first panel. It was yeah, I would want to say that it set the tone for a lot of things, but like things have been setting tone for a lot of things afterwards. So it's like
yeah. So we had
Panel? What else happened on the first day?
escape rooms.
escape room.
Oh, the escape room.
I don't even want to think about it.
Oh,
Nothing from me worked,
escape
as
room.
usual.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So okay. So last year for the escape room, basically, because we came in digitally, right? So we're up on the big screen, and then we also had like these two. So Zane had her book, and then I had my birdcage, and then we could talk to people and give them hints and stuff separately, right? So that it wouldn't be crowding around and people wouldn't have to wait. And we tried to set it up again this year, and for whatever reason, half the equipment didn't want to work. So Zane couldn't do any hint stuff at all the entire night. It was just me, and I had to like scoot over to one side, so it wasn't like there wasn't like audio going into Zane's microphone and things like that. And we also had some other technical difficulties, so it was like quite late. Like the time ran quite late, unfortunately, and we had some incidents with the puzzles not being set the way we expected, because there was like one of them got mixed up and things like that. So we weren't like giving the right kind of hints to tell people, because we didn't expect things to be a certain way.
Yeah.
Rigged.
Rigged.
Jenna. Ori
Rigged
was one
Jenna.
of the people who first
Yeah, Ori was-
tested the puzzle. She was actually one of the people who was in the first group trying to
Yeah.
clear it.
Ooh.
And Ori was like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
So dumb. I thought I was stupid at the end of that.
Okay, hold on. Let me bring up the. Hold on. Let me grab it. We'll give you. We'll show you. We can show you what it looks like. We won't show everything because I think Zane and I want to do.
I think we'll do
Like
a
a
different
separate thing.
stream for that one. Yeah.
But for
escape room.
this particular puzzle, we'll show you what it was supposed to look like. If I can find the right.
Uh-oh.
Is it?
Man. Speaking of puzzles, I couldn't believe everyone was so hung up on the numbers for my planet puzzle.
Right?
The planet
Yeah.
puzzle, right? In the booklet, it already showed like, like it had planets on the booklet, and everybody was like, okay, numbers. How do we put these numbers right? But it's just turn it around to the back and put the solar system in order. And then you flip it around, and then you have the equation. It was
Oh,
really
God.
simple. And everyone was just
Oh.
focused on the numbers. Like, how do we do this? There's planets on the back. Ayo.
Okay, so
Again, what a comment I did a while ago. You turn things around in RPG, guys. Do we not learn?
Examine.
Okay,
Exactly,
hold on. Let me give
examine.
this to you guys so you can drag this into. But so this puzzle in particular, right? You could on my screen you can see it's like split. There's like a very obvious gap in the middle.
Okay.
The one with all the X's is the one that's in the book, and then the one with all the letters is the one that is up on the wall. And basically, the way the puzzle worked was, if you look at the X's one, you can see there's like spaces. And that's clearly where there would normally be an X. And if you followed the path on the top one, you'd be able to spell out the word for all the spaces. But,
Oh, dear.
but what happened was, so the two sections would print out, they'll print out as two sections instead of one piece. And then the person who hung them up actually swapped the two around.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So,
Oh.
so the poor people trying to work out the puzzle couldn't get it because as soon as you switch because the letters aren't the same, like it's two different sets of like letter jumbles. So it suddenly wouldn't spell anything anymore.
I got VQWMFLNLH.
Yeah. Yeah, so it made everything gibberish. So we're just like, but the thing is, we didn't know that had happened because Zane and I were so busy trying to make sure
We
the
were
back
so
end stuff were
busy.
working.
Making sure everything else was working, that we didn't have a chance to go outside to look at the puzzles and how things were set up.
Yeah.
There was literally no time.
So we didn't know that was a problem. And again, because it ran late, we didn't have time to like reset everything and then check everything after the first one. So they did two. We did 4 escape rooms. We did 2 on Friday, 1 after the other, and 2 on Saturday, 1 after the other. So it wasn't till after the 2 sessions had been run that we found out that one of the puzzles was wrong, and that also there'd been like a bit of like a confusion about one of the other puzzles. So like the setup for it was also wrong. We also found out that people weren't listening to us when we were giving hints, because like Zane and I spent the whole time like doing really dumb banter between us, like, oh my god, we just hate
we were
potatoes.
Doing bits. We were doing bits the entire time, and apparently nobody heard us. And I was like,
Yeah.
They were probably thinking like, oh, they're doing this to distract us, blah, 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 blah.
no,
'Cause-
that's not it. No,
Yeah.
that's not it. It's not like they didn't want to hear us or they weren't listening to us, but they couldn't hear us.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So the room is much
Okay,
bigger than
that
last time.
Yeah, that wasn't also not entirely their fault. It was also the room is bigger and
More spread
something was
out.
happening next door.
Oh, yeah. There was a fucking concert next door as well. It was
A rock
so loud. Like a
concert.
rock concert.
No.
It was so loud. We were just like, shut up! We're trying to talk! Shush! I think at one point Zane and I just started like singing along to them because we were just like, we can't do anything else. Let's just
Yeah.
sing.
One time it was
Heat of the moment.
I was like,
Oh, cool.
Bohemian Rhapsody, let's go. I was like,
Mama!
Christ in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, so
Pretty much.
it was very loud and it made it very hard for us to be heard and just
No,
Yeah.
I'm
sorry,
already
guys.
naturally quiet. The reason why everybody hears me clearly on stream is because I have everything very much set up in OBS so that my voice is like super amplified for you guys.
and you don't have to worry about like competing with everything else sound wise as well.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's true. That's so
So-
unfortunate.
Yeah, it was lucky that afterwards we were able to find out what had gone wrong. We're like, hey, so this needs to be like this, so we need to fix these things. And God, okay, I'm gonna say it. I had too much faith in a bunch. Oh, okay. We're at an anime convention, mind you guys. I put
Yes.
too much faith in thinking that the convention goers would have any inkling of how katakana works. Even with a table,
Oh no.
Yeah, no, it was bad.
Okay,
Critical
so
thinking
what I'm
zero. Uh,
Alright,
Critical
we
thinking
can
zero.
go
Okay, so
into details
this is
about that another time.
yeah.
So what I am hearing from this is if y'all are going to be participating in MLC escape rooms, learn your katakana, learn your hiragana.
Well,
you will likely
okay.
have to do it.
That's the thing. There was already a chart. You
There was
just
a
had to
chart.
put the
It
words
was
back together.
like it just okay. So okay, in Japanese, when you have like a big letter and then like a little letter, right? So you have like the big
Yes.
kana and then the little kana. That changes how the word is said, right? Because it goes from fu to fe, for example, right?
Yes.
I
Yes, you
had to explain that to every single group. No one knew that was how Japanese worked.
Honestly, I don't know how that worked either.
Really? Like it's a okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's like a really, but like it's not just katakana. Like
I
that's
didn't
just in
argue
general.
with you on that puzzle because you were so set on it, and I was like, okay, I'll just work on mine.
Anyway,
Like, I didn't understand how the puzzle worked, how to put it together, how to say it. Like, I didn't understand any of that puzzle.
I'm actually curious now to see what this puzzle, how this
Okay,
puzzle.
And
okay,
make
hold on.
sure to attend our puzzle explaining escape room stream, guys.
Ta-da!
okay, I'll give it like a
Let's-
brief understanding of it. It was Japanese. It was a Japanese word, and then I cut like the characters into half. I put one half on one side, one half on the other, and you had to overlay it to read the word. That was it. That was the puzzle.
Yeah, I didn't get that at all. I didn't understand how to put the two circles together.
uh,
You know, the two circles were both solid.
Yes.
yeah.
And I was like, they don't overlap. There's paper in the middle. I can't see the word. You know, if it was transparent, I could like just raise up my book or like the sheet and then they could overlap and be cool like that.
I mean, I was basing it off another puzzle I had seen, and I was like, anyway, it's
No,
fine.
again, that's also partially on me because you were like so dead set on it. And you were like, okay, I've done this before. I know how this works. And I'm like, I don't get it, but okay. And then I worked on mine.
Yeah, that's okay. We have plans for if there's a next time. If the convention likes us and invites us back again.
Here's the thing, I don't know if I'm going back again. If this was the experience.
I mean,
too
that's
tired for
fair.
this.
I mean, that's fair.
And like honestly, despite being tired, like I am not as strong as hacking even Ori. Ori-san like kept walking around and moving around and
Are
carrying
you so
all
much
this
walking?
stuff.
Yeah.
And I just tried to carry one thing Ori was carrying, and I was just like, oh, this is really heavy. How is Ori carrying all this?
Yo, bro, my legs were tired.
It's all on the legs.
I think it was because like technically I wasn't there as a guest, so like I volunteered myself majority of the time to move things because the last time Sensei and Mika were out in like public, it was like low-key better. Plus they had to, and they also had to set up their computers during the panels. So like I literally was like, they're like, okay, if they can't really go out and they have to figure out their models, I'm like, okay, I gotta grab everything, make sure everything's good. So the thing is that the room where all the technology was on the second floor and like on the opposite side of where the elevator was to the panel. So like I literally had to walk. I like literally had to walk halfway across the room, get on an elevator, get up the elevator, then walk the other half of the room, grab the thing from the room, come back, get back on the elevator, go down the elevator, and then walk to the other side of this thing to go back to the panel that they were in. And then somehow, like, what was it? Like I think what the main issue was that I actually wasn't in the chat with like Mika and Zane and like the main person that was doing like the whole thing. So sometimes I would go up there, grab something, come back, and they're like, wait, you also need to grab this as well. So I had to go back.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. There was no communication in that chat about what you had to get either.
Yeah.
So that actually didn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm like, up I go, down I go.
It was just like in the time that you left and came back.
We realized,
other
oh
issues
shit,
were
we're missing
found
this thing.
and
Yeah.
arise. Yeah.
Also, so I've just got this lovely note. Not an excuse for the person who hung the puzzle backwards. His supervisor's feedback was basically failed every task sent to him. You know what? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, but goodness. Hi Cornelius. Hi Natia.
Oh, that's an
Um,
oof.
That's
It
a
might have been
move.
good that we didn't meet them then, because I don't know who that one person was.
Yeah, no idea.
Nice.
Ay.
Pretty sure we met the more capable people.
Hi.
Yes, you're so capable, Ori. Come over here. Let me give you some squish your face. Yes. You're such a good girl. Okay, you did
Child.
great. You
Child.
did great, child.
Oh, and then
Okay.
so we finished the escape room, and then we were helping pack up stuff, right?
Oh my god.
And then after we finished, we went up to the room, and we're like, we want to actually like hang out and do stuff together. so we watched The Myth.
Actually, before we were gonna watch The Myth, I think I realized something. I think that was that day, 28th. I was like,
Oh yeah, you.
I don't have my charger.
She fucking
no,
forgot
yeah.
her charger downstairs again.
The new charger that they got for me.
So it was
The whole-
downstairs.
The whole
Yeah.
AnimeFest experience has really just been charger doko.
Charger Coco.
And the reason we realized
One
this
of
is
the
because she
staff
pulled
had
out
to run
her.
down and get it for me.
Yeah, we realized
Yeah,
it
'cause we were
because we were gonna
watching
watch it on her computer.
on my laptop, and I was like,
Oh.
okay, I'm gonna set up so we can all watch a movie. When he pulls up stuff.
Okay. So Nitia just said, I heard there's a scientist here, but I see a cloud question mark.
Natia, you
I
well
I mean, she is a scientist, but she is also a clown. I'm afraid she's both.
both things can exist in the same reality.
they're not mutually exclusive.
That is true. That is true.
This is the entire
No.
circus. Shut the fuck up, Ducky.
You know.
Yeah, they did
Rip sounded
eventually
like that. Fuck, goddamn it.
They did run back to me for my charger, and then we did get to watch a movie.
We love a multi-career girl boss.
Yeah. Let's go.
Who ran down for the charger?
I think it was Zozo,
Oh
wasn't
no,
it?
Zozo was still
Zozo.
downstairs, so he made a
Ah.
trip to the escape room to pick it up for me.
Man, so just so strong.
Let me just put into perspective that we never got to return, almost never got to
Mhm.
return to our hotel rooms to relax before 12 a.m. the next day.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so we got the charger and we sat down. Was this when we had our cinnamon toast crunch? I think it was, right?
Yeah, we had the cereal first,
Yeah.
and then we watched the movie.
Yeah. So Zane and I had some cinnamon crunch toast cereal. We got those like mini packets from we went to Walmart and we got some mini cereals to try. So we ate that with forks because there was no spoons.
Oh my god. Yes.
And then we sat down and watched The Myth, which was a movie.
I love it
was a
because like
movie.
I love it
Laura's
because-
reaction at the end. It was great. It was exactly how I wanted everyone to react.
because Zane and I have actually seen that movie, and she was like, Ren, I'm gonna make them watch The Myth, and I was like, oh,
Like, honestly, it's
Jackie
such a
Chan
good
one. The
movie.
motherfucking stupid
Yeah.
thing of the goddamn balls of gut to the
Yes, the movie is like the premise and the plot and the tropes are done so well, and then the
Mhm.
ending came.
yeah,
And then the ending
yeah.
happened.
The ending was
So bad.
incredibly disappointing.
I
It's terrible.
cannot believe it. I was like, that's the worst fucking romance in Twilight at one point. I said,
Everything was great until the ending happened.
I'm happy that you guys had a time.
Boy, oh boy.
Now you can suffer with us.
Mm.
hey, Shama.
With Shima.
What?
Was that all we did that night? I think we went to bed pretty much. Like,
Yeah.
I think we hung out for a bit and then we went to bed. Okay, just so everyone
Was
knows,
that the night?
we were all running on maybe like 4 hours sleep at most a night.
Every single day.
Because we all went to sleep like 4 and we'd get up at like 8 or 9-ish.
So yeah.
For
If we
convention.
seemed weird or like slightly out of it at con during our panels, yeah, that was why.
That was why we were tired as
Was
hell.
that the night that Ori stayed with me?
Yes.
No, I stayed with Mika the first night.
Yeah, that's
But
the
this
second
is
night.
28th.
This is Friday. So Myth.
No,
Miss,
thought
I think you stayed with me, right?
Yeah, she did. She
Yeah.
did.
No, I thought I stayed with. I thought I stayed with you with, detective.
No, that was the next night.
Yeah, so then that means I slept with Sensei when we did Conan.
No.
Myth was
Myth was second. That was 27th was the first night that you
No.
came over.
the Thursday,
Did we watch Myth
right?
then?
Before the con actually started. How many people are you cheating? Shut
You
the
know
fuck
what?
up!
All right, let's see.
I still it's fine, but that's not it. I think
No,
the
no, no, let me
Thursday
see.
was when I
Okay, Mika, Mika,
yeah.
Mika.
Okay, so
Yeah, I slept with Mika on the last day.
Correct.
What was the last day? Was that the first or the second?
That was the 31st.
31st?
Yeah.
'Cause Tuesday was the day we left.
No, so we're right.
Yeah, we're
So
right.
Oh.
27th is Mika. So if you
Mhm.
go to your calendar, 27th Mika, 28 me, 29 Mika, 30th me, 31st Mika.
Oh,
Mhm.
you're right. Oh, you're right. Okay, so then I did end up sleeping with you.
Yes.
Not like that, but yes.
I love how we're just gonna roll with it, guys. We're just gonna roll with it.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. Sleeping with Sensei was great because I woke up to hot chocolate. I'm like, wow, this is great.
Wow, I see how it is. All right. Cool.
Wow.
I get it.
Yeah, sorry, Mika. I had a favorite parent.
Oh yeah. We were like joking about how like Ari saying in his stream is kind of like how when divorced parents have their child visit like every night, like every week or whatever. That's pretty funny.
Is a very interesting type of sleeper and waker.
Me? Oh.
Yeah, so Ori set her alarm, and I set mine like after hers. Her alarm started ringing. I woke up, and she is not moving. And I was like, Ori,
I like
her
how
alarm's ringing. She just doesn't move.
I like how
Reached over to her bed. I was like, hit, and then she moves finally. And then she goes straight back into bed.
I like how you fucking like you were saying telling me off for sleeping through my alarm. You did the same thing, bitch.
No. I woke up to my alarm, turned it off, and went back to bed.
Yeah. And I was like,
Sounds about right.
I watched the whole thing because I was up. I was up at the first note of the alarm.
Zane is a very light
I watched her
sleeper.
get right back in the bed. I was like, what the fuck? And then I got up, I did my morning things, and then I come out and she's still in bed.
It is not. This is why I told them preemptively. I need 3 hours before we have to leave the hotel room to actually wake up. Or else I will like literally just crawl back into bed and not be a human for an hour.
Oh god.
Also, that night prior, I think we did a little chatting. And
Mm.
by chatting,
Yeah.
Oreo-san would talk to me.
And you would like fall asleep and then you'd wake up at the end and reply.
Yeah, so Oreo-san would start talking to me. I was awake and I'd be like, and then I fall asleep, and then she keeps talking, and then I wake up at the end of her sentences. But because I heard the beginning and the ending, I understand the gist of the sentence. So then I gave a coherent response. And then hearing that coherent response, Ori would be like, oh, okay, I'll keep talking. And then she keeps talking, and then I repeat the same method. I listen to the first part of her sentences, and then I fall asleep, and then I wake up at the end, and then I give her another coherent response.
This thing was is that I just saw I just see you just like powering down, right? And then anytime you gave me, I would stop talking for like 5 seconds, and then you'd give me a response after you registered that I stopped talking. So it'd be like, "Hey, Sissy, how you doing today?" Good.
It's just internet lag. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It really is.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
But that's also because I took my gummies, so I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm
No,
gonna fall asleep
God.
soon.
Fucking this bitch when we were sleeping. She was literally dead ass. She took the melatonin gummies, right? And then she's like, "God, I hate these gummies. They're making me sleepy." I'm like, "You took melatonin gummies." She was mad that they were working. They're like, "Girl!" She's like, "Oh, these fucking gummies are making me sleepy." I'm like, "Yeah."
Funny
I'm
that.
glad it does.
Oh.
But no, yeah, then I got to wake Ori up. And the way Ori wakes up, you know the bed
It's very
is long, like a
dangerous.
rectangle, correct?
It's very dangerous.
Oh my God.
Ari's very dangerous to
That's
wake
a
up.
rectangle, right? So, what she does is that she slides to the end of the bed, not the side.
Why?
The end of the bed, and then her feet hit the floor first. Half of her body is still on the bed, and then she would slowly slide off the bed's end as well, and then slump up, and then dragged herself to the bathroom. And I watched the whole thing at my side with my arms crossed, like, man, I wish I recorded that.
Actually, you know what? Speaking of the beds, okay, I don't know if it was just like the hotel, but the beds were really tall.
The beds were really tall and really noisy.
I had to fucking climb up them. Cause okay, so my bed is like a reasonable height, right? I could just sit down on my bed and think. No, I had to position my hands and like hoist myself up because they were just that tall. It was like
Wait, what?
they were really
I had
tall.
to jump onto mine. It was fun.
Like I've never been in beds that tall before.
That sounds fun, but also why?
I don't know. It was bizarre. But the beds were actually pretty comfy. The pillows were kind of terrible, but that's because I'm
The
very
pillows
picky with my
were
pillows.
non-existent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a side sleeping pillow. I can't sleep on normal pillows.
Yeah.
Sleep on my side.
Yeah.
I feel
Man.
that.
Oh my gosh. I think after the first day was when my body started to die and break apart, and Ori would point it out every single time.
It's also really funny the difference between the two rooms, because you'd go in my room and it'd be like an icy tundra, and then if you go into Zane's room, it's like a fucking toaster oven. Because okay, so it's for me right now. It's currently winter, so I was like, okay, I'm putting the aircon on as cold as I can. But I would walk into Zane's room and I'd be like, why is it like the inside of a fucking oven in here? What is this?
Only 22.
No, it was definitely more than that. There was no way. It was so warm.
Fine. It was great. It was perfect.
22 is cold. What are you talking
Yeah, exactly.
about?
No,
Right?
it was toasty.
Right now, my home has like 24 or 25
Yeah,
on the AC.
Our AC is also 24.
No,
And it's cold.
no,
It's
no.
cold, yeah.
If it's anything above like 20, then it's hot.
What?
Lord.
Lord.
I live in a colder climate. Hello.
24 to 25 is the
Oh my
environmentally
God.
friendly number you need to put on your AC to protect the earth, guys. PSA, there we go.
I mean, it was like 2 degrees Celsius before I left for Texas, and then I ended up in like 40 degrees Celsius. I was fucking dying.
Oh my god. 2 degrees.
That's
Was that
great.
it for the first.
I think that's it
Yeah.
for those two. Yeah, those two. So that was
Okay.
yeah. So it's
That
Friday,
was the 28th.
and then we had
Now we're going on
Saturday.
the 29th.
So that was autographs first, I think. Oh wait, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No.
No,
Sorry, that's Sunday. Sunday was our panel with DM and more escape rooms.
DM.
Yeah, we got to meet Girl DM. She was really nice.
Chill. She called
Yeah.
me cursed. I don't know if I should be happy or not about that.
Oh,
Okay,
that
so
was great.
What do you mean that was great?
It was
So,
funny.
okay, so for context, we had a panel called Can We Eat That? And Zane, myself, and DM all picked like 5 cursed things to talk about for the panel. And then if we had enough time, we were going to get like the audience to join in with us. And there was technical difficulties, as always. And but thankfully it wasn't too bad, I think, overall. It took a little bit for us to be able to hear everything properly. Mostly it was like hard for us to hear DM.
Yeah, DM was over on the speaker, like how Ren was.
And there was music again next door, which made it very hard to hear.
Music, and
Oh, no.
you know, Ren's voice is more masculine, so it's like deeper and it's easier to hear. Whereas like more feminine voices are slightly harder to hear.
Yeah. But it was really fun. So we gave DM our stuff so she could run it all on her side. I'm so glad that we did that, so we didn't have to organize yet another thing.
Yeah.
And then we basically went through like our 5 things of curse stuff. Also, these assholes, okay, I spoke up first. So they're like, okay, you can introduce yourself first. So I was like, hello, I'm Mika Akatsuka, blah, 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 blah. And then DM goes, hi, I'm Mika Akatsuka, da, 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 da. And then Zane goes, hi, I'm Mika Akatsuka. Bastards.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. They committed to the bit without asking each other or like planning or anything. They just fucking went for it. Also,
Hey, I'm Mika Akatsuka. Nice to meet you guys.
God.
Hi, I'm Mika Akatsuka. Nice to meet you.
Okay, how do I ban everyone? Oh my god.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you for coming back to our stream.
Today we'll be playing some Apex.
Yeah, we're gonna get tilted. I'm gonna play Maggie.
Hell yes.
Yeah, we're doing rank, guys.
Yeah.
My idiot tolerance is very low right now.
Okay, that was yesterday. Not during the convention, okay? Also, Ren, if you're not careful, I'll make you do rage with me. You've been warned.
Well, look at him. Internet is so bad, I can't download the update for Apex. Wow. Ooh.
But no, the eating stream, we're gonna have all of the panels except for the escape rooms up onto our YouTube eventually, so that you guys can watch it as well.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna go too much into depth, but we're gonna talk a little bit about it as well.
Yeah.
The reason why DM called me curse was because I told the story and about
Your habit?
how I like to have tea.
And how you like to chew on tea bags?
I don't chew on it. I just humju. I don't know how to say humju in English, so I say munch.
Munch.
Humju is like you push your top of your mouth and your tongue onto it.
You suck on it.
Oh.
I don't suck. I just
Squeeze?
onto it.
Squeeze?
Kind of, like with my mouth.
You mush it in your mouth.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is getting worse. I'm getting more flashbacks. Also, I also managed to like silence the entire panel.
Oh yeah, there was like dead silence for like a second when Mika revealed that.
I don't like honey.
Oh.
Yeah.
The entire panel
Everyone
went
was
silent, and everyone was just like, DM and Zane Dase were just staring at me, and I'm like, what?
Like, I already knew it, but I was like, yep, this is what I put up with.
Oh, everyone was horrified. It was very funny. Also, I kept talking about Milo in that panel, and I was thinking about it today, so I went and bought Milo when I was at the shops earlier, because I wanted Milo.
Yes, Milo.
That
Do
was
Milo
that
the Australian
panel.
way.
So that was that panel.
What else happened?
Escape room.
More escape rooms where I couldn't interact with anyone.
No, we got there in the end.
No. That was
Yeah, in the end.
Yeah. So, okay. So after what happened with the night before, we spent a bit of time working out what went wrong and how to fix it, how to adjust stuff. So we adjusted some of the puzzles. We got some feedback. One of the people at the convention is like a game dev, so he gave us some extra feedback and stuff, which was very helpful. Very appreciative of that.
Ooh.
And yeah, so basically we did some tweaks and we kind of changed how we talk to people. We made sure to be like, hey, just so you know that we're going to be saying stuff and that might be clues, so you should pay attention. We also moved everyone closer so they could hear us better. And we changed the layout of where stuff was on the room to kind of force people to actually, because here's the thing, right? We designed the room to make it so people actually had to get up and walk around.
Yeah.
And a lot of people weren't doing that, or they just went to one
Because
spot.
apparently they couldn't hear us tell them that, hey, you guys need to move around, so that they didn't know to move around.
Yeah, so we made it so that like we were at the very back, like our little standy, our little hint stations, and we reminded people they have to give us the answers before they move on to the next puzzle, so that they actually like check and stuff with us. And then we put stuff in certain places, and like we made stuff like look really, really obvious. And it worked a lot better this time. Like the changes we made and the way we adjusted how we were saying stuff was a lot better. It made things run a lot more smooth.
Yeah.
But
I still couldn't talk to people.
Yes, so so part of the problem was, again, there was noise next door. I think it was karaoke this time. I don't know. It was like something. It was very noisy, and so. Because, okay, so as we all know, I'm a much louder person than Zane is. And because where I was seated was right next to the wall that had like all the music going nearby, so I had to talk louder so people could hear me. But that meant that I was loud, and it meant that Zane was having trouble hearing people on her side. So I would have to like stand
but that's
up.
Only when I managed to hear somebody for like 1.5 sessions, when there were 4 sessions. Only Mika could have talked to people, and I wasn't. It was like, yeah, no, Zane, you're not allowed to talk to people. Mika's the favorite child.
I don't know if favorite child is the right word. I had to like, my throat was so dead afterwards because I was having to talk a lot because it wasn't split up, and also like it meant people were like delayed and stuff. But like I had to like get up and like step away and like face away so that Zane wasn't getting like feedback from me talking into her.
That was like
stuff.
all the panels. Yeah, we kind of had to like adjust ourselves so that like Mika wasn't echoing into my mic.
Yeah. So, well, there was a lot that went down.
That was a lot.
But like at the very least, like people did say that they enjoyed the escape rooms.
Fun.
Yeah, which is the main thing. So,
People had fun.
Yeah, it's a describe you move around in the room to find clues. You do, yes. But not everyone knew that. Not everyone knew that you had to move around to find clues, even though we were like very specifically saying that. People couldn't hear us or weren't listening. So.
Yeah. And then we went back to our rooms past 12 again. And what did we do that evening?
We watched Conan. We watched some of Conan. We subjected Ari to Conan of Sunflowers of Inferno.
Sunflowers of Inferno. That's one of the Kaito Kid and Conan movies.
And we watched half because it was late.
And Ori was like, no, what do you mean we have to stop? We're going to watch the other half. And then I'm like, Ori.
It's like 4 a.m.
It's 4.
I can't watch movies in halves. I'm sorry. Like, I have to know the ending, or else I will like literally like yeet myself off a cliff.
Anyway, we forced us to go to bed. Yes?
Sorry. No, go ahead. Continue.
No, go.
No, because when Mika was talking about like how like you got all like the information about the escape room from like a dev and game devs and stuff like that, they were having a meeting in this room, right? they were having a meeting in this room, and I was so out of it because I think that whole adrenaline and the stress of girl DM, like running around. Like,
let me find the picture.
You can't use that picture.
It's in there, I think.
It's stream friendly because she censored it, right?
Fixed it?
It's Shibuya D1 Orange.
Shibuya D1 Orange.
Okay, so we're in this meeting, we're talking to this game dev, okay? And then I look over and Ori has passed the fuck out. So let me show you. I'm gonna add it on my side as well. But look at this. Look at this. She's just like dead.
I am downloading it.
Against the wall. Just fucking.
I am still grabbing it.
And I was losing my shit because it immediately made me think of all the pictures of like the hashtag Shibuya Meltdown, where it's like the drunk businessmen just pass out on the street.
That's so big.
I just screenshotted it.
They were in this meeting, right? And I'm like, I don't need to be here, right? And I like lean against the wall, and I'm like, wow, this is a really
there she is.
Oh my god.
I freaking knocked out so hard. I was like so stressed. I was like, ah! And they were like, I don't think they need my opinion. It's okay. I'm just here for a helper. Good night. And then I knocked out.
It was really funny because this became the first of many photos of Ari in interesting positions. Like, I mean, am I wrong? There's a picture from day one that we can't show because it's not been edited, so you can't see anything. But it's Ari, and she's like huddled under the TV in my hotel room, and she's doing the abandonment pose from Final Fantasy.
Abandonment.
Also, you guys can't see me because I can't show IP address. This is not great.
Oh no.
Is it not working? There it is.
Uh-oh.
Because I haven't fixed my other phone. It's great. All right, that's the thing. Right, Mika, you should explain how ultimately did we get our phones and our V2 models working on the computer?
Oh yeah. So what happened was, I actually was so after the first panel we were like, this is not really working when it came to the Wi-Fi because it was like really slow, and I was really worried about data and whatnot. So what we ended up doing is, and this is actually, DM mentioned this, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. She mentioned that for one of her conventions, she actually used Connect to USB. And I was like, okay, let me work out how to do that. Because it's Connect via USB instead of Connect via Wi-Fi, right? So I then spent like, I think it was like an hour just like checking the settings and testing them and working out how to get it to work. And I got it working for me, so then I had to get it connected for Zane. But the problem was with doing that, we had to like turn off all the Wi-Fi setups and also turn off data and like a whole bunch of other things. So in the end, it ended up being Connect via USB, and then it's Connect via USB. But here's the thing, right? Again, because we were so busy with like getting stuff done, I was like without like my charger cable. So I ended up, for the rest of the convention, I ended up just carrying my charger cable around with me the entire time because like we didn't get time to go back up to the room to grab stuff. But yeah, so we ended up having to connect via USB. But now we've come back now, and now we have to undo all the settings that we set up for the convention. And I forgot about that until I plugged in and I was trying to set up for the stream. I was like, why is it not working? Oh, fuck, that's why. I understand now. So yeah.
Man. Anything else for that night, Ori?
We watched Kana.
Yeah.
You had the two. I think that night went really, like, in terms of like what's it called? In terms of like escape room, that honestly was nicer. It went a lot better because as they were discussing everything went a lot nicer. And then like, I don't know if you guys heard, for that escape room, the reason why we couldn't get Zane in for the first like 30 minutes was simply because the PC that we were setting up for Zane needed a fucking wireless dongle.
Oh yeah, it needed a wireless dongle to connect, and that's why we couldn't get it to Discord and shit.
And what was the issue like before, the other day with the 2 sessions that I couldn't be on?
I did not set it up that time. And
I have no idea.
Like, I think at that point, I realized that they needed all the help they can get in terms of tech. That like the second day, I was like, "Oh, I gotta help," because we got you in it, and then like I don't know what happened with your mic, and then halfway through, I was like, "You can't be heard," so I went back up to go grab the goddamn blue Yeti that Zozo bought for you, especially like for that day, and then we just didn't bring it down. So I was like in the middle of the escape room. I was like, "Wait. Where is Sensei's blue Yeti that was bought specifically for her?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, time to go get it."
And then Ari once again trekked upstairs and downstairs.
And downstairs in her very flat shoes.
Yeah.
I was just like, "Here we go again."
You can see right here, her shoes. They were flat. They were not sneakers.
No, they were like fashion shoes. But she wanted to be fashionable. She regretted it.
Like Mika and I invited Ori under the assumption and expectations that we were guests, therefore she would also be like a guest of a guest, and we wouldn't really have to do anything. We spent time preparing for our panels, and we just like, you know, get there, do our panels, and then we get out of there.
I mean, we did make the joke that she was our assistant, but like, we didn't think that would be an actual thing. Actually, okay, here's the thing I wanted to mention. So, on our badges, that we got, so we got two kinds of badges. So we got our like guest badge, and then obviously we don't want people to walk around and see our names, right? So we had like incognito badges. But on the guest badges, we were told that as a joke it said staff, and it wasn't a joke. It wasn't a joke in the end. I just wanted to point that out.
Let me talk about the badges.
Oh yeah.
Let me talk about the badges. Welcome to Casual Racism Hour. That's
Oh, what?
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
It's a joke. Basically, on my badge, it said Zane.
Mm-hmm.
And that's normal, right? Hi, I'm Zane. Of course, I'm Zane. So on my badge, it said Zane. And then I looked at, like, I think like 2 or 3 days in, I looked at Mika's. And I was like, Mika, why does your badge have your full name? Why does it say Mika Akatsuka and mine said Zane?
Mine was spelt wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was so funny. Ari's was spelt wrong. So the entire time, I instead of saying her name, I would say it with like a really thick, like a southern accent instead.
Because we were like making sure to remind her that, hey, your name is spelled wrong.
Okay, so Zozo actually mentioned this to me. So we think the reason it was spelt that way is like with my full name is because convention staff were trying to kept calling me by my old name, and they were getting confused. So this was kind of like to force them.
Guest relation told us that.
Oh yes,
very nice guest relation lady.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. So she reckons it was that was why, because like people kept trying to call me by my old handle. So this was like to stop them from getting confused. But because Zane was Zane last year, they didn't get confused.
Oh, it's just Zane. So then they just put in Zane.
Yeah, they needed training wheels for me because my name is new. And then Ari's name was just spelt wrong.
They spelled me American. That's what.
That's true.
They spelled it the American way.
That is very true. It was very funny.
What? Huh?
Ren.
I'll message it to you,
We'll
Ren.
tell you after, Ren.
Yeah, okay.
We're trying not to dox Ori, right?
Right. Okay. All right. Thank you.
But yeah, Shibuya Meltdown Oreo sound was so funny.
It was.
Because that wasn't the only picture. We had so many other pictures.
There's more than one Shibuya Meltdown Oreo.
There's more than one Shibuya Meltdown
There's more than one Oreo Meltdown.
Way too many.
Yeah.
Oh. I just clicked open the Sandy picture.
Oh god.
Okay, let's talk about the Sandies.
Oh my god, the fucking Sandies.
No, not like that. Not like that. We'll just save that for the last day.
Okay, which
We
picture?
got Sandies, guys.
Yeah.
It says Ori Whoa.
Oh,
It's
okay,
just
yeah, that
above
one.
The Shibuya one. So we got Sandies.
Yeah, we did. So the convention was really nice and printed them out for us.
We did fight for them.
Yes.
We were like, we want Sandies.
We want
And they're
Sandies.
like,
We
huh?
want to be
What's
real
Sandies?
VTubers.
We were like, look at all these Sandies that VTubers get. We want one.
Yeah.
We're like, huh?
And then
We want one.
we were like gonna pay for them ourselves and everything. We're just like, we
Yeah,
want
'cause
them.
We wanted one that bad.
And then the staff was like, we'll buy it for you.
We're like, yay. We're real VTubers now. And look at this little shit.
And then Ari self-inserted.
Yeah, I self-inserted. I wanted to be what's it called? I invited myself casually, I wanted to be included.
Oh no. It really looks like this is our child.
It really looks like a family photo. Like
I am
put
more
me in.
than Mika's color.
Put me.
True.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm just a child production on accident. This is not on purpose.
Put me in there and you get your dog.
Dog
Perfect American
with the
family.
Little corner. Oh,
Oh.
God.
Oh my
But yeah.
You can add it later, right?
The Sandies were really cool though. Like, we got to pick them up and look at them. There's a photo that we can't show because it's got us behind it. But we took a photo of like the two of us hiding behind our Sandies and waving.
Yeah.
Aw.
The first thing I did with my standee is that I gave her a big hug.
I touched my booba, of course.
Of course.
I mean, so
Of
did you,
course.
Ari, so you can't fucking say anything.
Zane was like really
But no,
tall.
you have to
Yeah.
Those
touch
celebrity
the booba.
stalkers that just print out pictures of their celebrity crush and then tape a picture of themselves onto the celebrity.
Apart
Yeah,
from
that's
hug,
Ari.
I was able to hold her hand. I got to hold Zane's hand. I was happy. There's a picture of me that I had Mika take for me of me holding my own hand. I was happy.
It was really cute. Mm.
I met my favorite vtuber.
Yeah, you and your
Vtuber.
Oshi. You and your Oshi. Wah!
My Oshi's that little tiny, minuscule, microscopic thing there in the middle.
What you say?
If I'm your Oshi, then your standards are so low because it's unsealed. You can't even see it.
True. What's the opposite of Oshi?
No, she.
No she.
No shit.
Like no TP.
Okay, Oreo-san is my no-shi.
No TV, but no.
Oh no. Oh no.
No TP. Hi.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Oh lord.
oh my
No,
god.
sheep, no, not no sheep. No, not Yoshi P.
We love MLC standees, hell yeah.
Yeah, they were great. Oh, my voice is dying. Okay. Oh, that was 29th.
Y'all drink water. Do you have water?
I am drinking water.
Alright, good.
What else?
And then that night, Oreo-san stayed with you.
Yes. We watched the rest of Conan? No.
Well, I think it was when we showed Zozo Milligram.
Ah,
Oh, that's the 30th? Oh, we're moving to the 30th.
Have you guys heard about the critically acclaimed Milligram song project? I need a copy pasta for that.
Gosh.
Yes,
Have
you
you
do.
guys
You
heard
should.
of Milligram? It's a very good series by a very
Oh, yes.
popular Vocaloid producer that has a lot of hints towards psychological and controversial societal issues but put into songs, and it's very, very good. You pretty much TLDR, there's 10 murderers, and we as viewers get to judge if they are they should
Where's
be
the mute
forgiven
button?
or not forgiven for their sins.
Mika, where's the mute button on Ori?
I've forgotten. Usually it's just
gosh,
poking her.
True. Mika would poke Ori a lot.
Oh my god, I got PTSD from that night. Are you fucking shitting me?
Oh.
It's because she reacts so much, it's funny.
Fuck you!
Wait, you okay?
Like ticklish.
She's very
Yeah.
ticklish.
I'm very ticklish.
She's incredibly ticklish.
Freaking Mika kept sliding up to me and then poking me in the side, and I would jump 3 feet in the air because I did not expect it. And then for the rest of the night, Mika would just keep sliding behind me or near me, and every time he would come near me, I literally 3 inch from smacking somebody because I was like, no, get the F off!
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that was autograph day.
We haven't talked about actual autograph day though.
Oh my god.
That's 30th.
Yeah, we haven't.
skipped right to the Milgram.
Yeah, we did. So, autograph day.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Autograph day was actually, it started out a little messy, but nowhere as messy as the previous 2 days.
For you, maybe. For you, maybe.
Yeah, because the other
Freaking
previous
Mika
days,
just-
you had your setup all set up, and I was the one lugging my laptop back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
I mean, no, because I had to install literally every single program we needed for the.
Yeah, which is why you actually had something to do that day, while the previous days oh, this is normal. I just had to move my laptop here again. Okay, everything is good.
No, I had to install a bunch of stuff each
yeah,
time.
I said yes. I know.
Oh, God.
Mika's model decided to delete itself right before.
Yeah, that
before
was the
autograph.
one day that Mika's stuff actually didn't work, and my stuff was working compared to the other previous 2 days where it was just all me, my stuff. Nah, you don't get rights. You don't get to work.
So what happened
And then
was.
the one day that I got to work.
It was like only one of us could work one at a time. Like we couldn't, not both.
MLC members do not exist in the same channel at the same time.
Yeah. But basically what happened was, so I mentioned my little stick of truth. It had like my model on it and all my bits and pieces. What happened was that computer didn't like the USB stick. Because it was a different computer than the one we'd been using for panels. So I couldn't actually use the USB stick. I had to go log into my Google Drive account and grab my backup of myself because I had saved it as a backup elsewhere because I knew something would go wrong. And then I had to download that, and then I had to like install like all the programs on this computer because this computer had nothing on it. Meanwhile, there was people waiting outside to get our autographs.
Lord.
Yeah, and I think everyone tried to wait for you a bit.
Yeah.
Because like I was set up and just sitting there, and then ultimately they were like, maybe Zane, you should start." And I was like, "Yeah, I've just been sitting here, ready for
We
the
got there in
first
the
time
end.
in 2 days."
Yeah, we got there in the end, but it was very stressful trying to get it all working. Whilst people were like sitting in there, we could see them.
But people were nice. We got to talk to some people. They showed up a bit earlier, but some of them have gone to sleep because they're American.
Yeah. And like some of them were ones that we'd seen before. Like people we'd seen last year or people that we had seen from chat and stuff.
Yeah.
Which was really nice. And also we had to write so many things.
It was alright.
Yeah, it was nice though.
Autographs. What came after autographs? Was Sunday, was that the marathon day?
Sunday was the marathon day, yeah.
Okay, Sunday was like autographs for both of us, and then Mika and I had to like, okay, it's Mika's turn, and then after Mika, Zane. Okay, after Zane is Mika. It was like marathon day. That's what we meant.
Yeah, so we had autographs, and then at 2 o'clock, so the autographs were at 12, then at 2 o'clock I had my VTuber panel, which was like talking about VTubers, like what's a VTuber.
Right.
But because autographs ran late, it got to like 1:30, we just finished autographs, and then I had to run downstairs to the other place. Well, no, I had to run across to the other place to get to the panel so I could set up for the talk about VTubers. And then we found out PowerPoint wasn't installed on the computer. So I had to fucking find it, and we didn't have a license, so we were trying to get like a license, and that didn't work. I ended up finding like a free version of like PowerPoint to use. Managed to get that all working. And then, so right after that it was your panel, right, Zane? Your panel was right after mine? At 3 p.m.?
Yes.
Because it was your mental health one, right?
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah. So I finished my panel, and then so because it was going through Restream, right? So I basically had to remove myself from Restream, but then Zane had to jump into Restream because we're all using the same thing to broadcast to Twitch because it's also going to Twitch. So I had to like finish all my stuff, yeet myself out. Zane had to like jump in and then get her stuff running.
I think Mika started late, so then Mika ran over. So then I think I started late, but I ended on time.
And then after Zane was DM.
After me was DM, which DM started on time, but ended early.
Yeah. And then there was like an hour break, and then it was like so we had an LGBTQIA plus panel. So we finished that, so we stopped the stream. We spent a bit of time getting everyone worked together and working and all for that. And then we started the stream off again.
And that was the last panel. It was quite a marathon. Honestly, that went quite smoother than everything else, if you ask me.
I am impressed by how smooth that went, all things considered. I'm not going to lie. That one was, yeah. And that was really good too, that last panel. Wait, before I do that, let's talk about your panel, Zane, because you did like some really cool like mental health and self-awareness panel stuff, and I saw people taking photos of like this is Zentangle?
Yeah, some people actually got to draw the Zentangles, and I was like, oh,
that's really cool. So Zane had like some really cool stuff involving like mental health and self-awareness. There was like some stuff that she got handed out, and they did some really cool exercises and stuff.
They got to try the ABC model that I explained, because ABC model is pretty much the easiest self-awareness REBT/CBT method to be aware of your emotions, your beliefs and stuff, like I was actually impressed that a lot of people like started to get to the core of the beliefs. Of course, it wasn't all there, which is why I was there, and I was like, so by saying this, you mean that you felt this, and therefore you believe that. Like I got to help a little bit there. And, that was like, yes, I'm back in my counseling chair. All right, this is why I have my counseling license. Got it.
What's really funny too is I was streaming from panel room 1, and then for Zane's panels in panel room 3. Now the way we streamed to panel room 3 was we were in like a secret room that was set up.
Okay.
Well,
it's okay. Next year they're not there, so it's like
it's not there. Yeah.
How to do it? Because I was like, should we be really telling them?
They don't have any idea what the secret room was. It could have just been the hotel room for all we know.
But the next time they're gonna run around trying to find a secret room.
Nah, they won't. But
let's go inside, you guys.
That's okay. It'll be fine. They can't find any. I mean, people can't even find the stairs properly.
They're not at the Sheraton.
Yeah. They moved to a different place. But yeah, so Zay was streaming from another room, because obviously the panel rooms that can't really hold, like the smaller rooms can't really hold like a secret space for us to be there safely. But here's the thing, right? It's a small room. So and Zane's trying to do her panel, so we couldn't go in. So I just sat down in the really cold... Okay, so panel room 1 is very cold. I'm just going to put that out there. So I just sat down in the cold downstairs waiting for the panel room to be available. So I could go up and...
You like the cold, Mika.
I mean, I do, except someone took my sweater and my jacket.
Yes. So it was so cold. Oreo-san and I were dying. So I took Mika's jacket.
And Ari took my sweater. So because obviously it's winter here, I had a sweater and a jacket. I used them on the plane. It was cold on the plane. But panel room was so cold. I was like, okay, you guys just take my stuff. It's fine. But then I was by myself in this empty panel room, and it was cold, and I had no jacket or sweater to wear because they had stolen them.
I think it was during your guys' LGBTQ that I had another breakdown.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I had another meltdown, and this is the jacket.
Was that the meltdown where you were on the floor?
Yeah.
Okay. There was one meltdown where Oreo-san was like against the wall, and then the other meltdown was against the floor. Just straight on the floor, splat.
Yeah, the floor was the LGBTQ, and then like the reason why I look like I don't have pants is because it was like stolen sweater. I was like,
This one here.
Yeah, I had good old Shibuya meltdown times 2.
Shibuya meltdown.
I think every day I had a meltdown during their panels, but it did go better though. So
it did go better.
It did go better, yeah.
It did so well. So honestly, like, I think the only reason why I like knocked out was simply because I was just we were like,
relieved.
Relieved.
Yeah, you can finally rest.
Yeah. But yeah, so we did that on the panel.
My feet hurt the entire convention.
Yeah.
I've never been on my feet running around and walking around and carrying so much heavy things for such a long time.
I
was in sneakers. Ori was in flats. I can't imagine how much her legs hurt.
She didn't skip leg day, that's for sure.
No, the thing was, right, I don't know what it was, but like literally the only parts of my legs that hurt was literally like up to my my foot to my knee. So like my other upper calves didn't hurt, but every time I like tried to like lift my heel from the ground, it would shoot a pain up my leg all the way up to my knee. But that's where it stopped. So I was really confused. Cause like it's up to my knee and it hurts, but then like the upper part of my leg just didn't hurt at all. So I was just like, I think half of my body is broken.
That's bad.
I was like, oh, there I go.
So much stuff.
But yeah, we finished that, and then so Sunday, so we got taken out to have Tex-Mex on Sunday after the convention.
Oh my god, we actually had a proper meal instead of not eating or just very quickly grabbing a slice of pizza. Wow.
Yeah, the other days
we were guests.
The other days we really didn't eat much because we were so busy and also just so much was going on. But
That's very convention behavior, I have to say.
yeah, but with
But
guests,
it's convention staff behavior.
not.
Hi.
On an Asian level. This doesn't
Mhm.
fly at all.
Well,
My
yeah.
Asian standards are too high.
We had Tex-Mex, which was really good. It was so tasty.
Tex-Mex was
Look
fine.
at them.
They gave us beans on nachos instead of
Yeah, they got our
beans on
nachos wrong.
nachos.
That was a little bit sad.
Really? No.
But the other stuff was really good. I mean, it was still pretty good. It just wasn't what we had ordered, sadly. Yeah.
Where's my picture? There's my picture.
The funny thing is that this is where me
Oh
and
my
Sensei figured
gosh.
out our tastes were very
Oh
different.
yeah,
We were
the
talking-
drinks. So these two both ordered alcoholic drinks and then didn't like the drinks they ordered.
So, Ori, what was wrong with yours?
I think mine was a peach cocktail.
Uh-huh.
Or
but what was
margarita.
wrong with it?
It was way too sweet, bro. I like
Mhm.
Oh my god, the funny thing, I forgot my toothbrush. So I didn't
Oh
brush my
yeah,
teeth for, like,
she had no
Didn't have a
toothbrush for like 3
toothbrush for, like,
days.
3 days.
So like anything that was sweet, my teeth are like literally rotting. And so I like low-key was like, God, I can't do this anymore. I'm dying. So I
Yeah,
got
at the
this
same
drink and I'm like,
time. I sipped on my drink and I was like, oh god, this is way too sour.
it was a mojito. Mojitos are good.
And then we
Mojitos
looked
are
at each
good.
other and then we swapped drinks. And
I was
it
like, "Oh, this is
wasn't,
great."
orange drink was not too sweet at all. It was perfect.
No. That shit was too sweet,
No,
man.
that was just fine. Mine was way too sour.
No, yours was perfect. It was so good.
This is so funny. This is so funny.
I was probably my drink was also kind of sour, but it was okay. But it was just funny because the two just swapped drinks entirely.
Yeah.
So
It worked
Mine
out
was
in
way
the
too
end.
sour.
mm.
And I turned fucking pinker than the sun, like literally after drinking Sensei's juice.
Oh yeah. She was bright pink.
I was like, oh, there I go. Bye.
I'm
Asian
listen,
flesh.
guys. I've never met anyone who couldn't tolerate alcohol more than me. But on that day, I met someone who couldn't tolerate alcohol more than me.
God.
Boy.
Oh, but Texas was good.
Tex-Mex was so good.
Tex-Mex was
It good.
tasty.
I should have gotten whatever you guys got, because, like, not gonna lie, that shit was so good.
Yeah, I got the
Yeah, we shared
fajitas, the fajitas, so that was really
Ooh.
good.
We all shared.
It had sour cream
Yeah.
and guacamole, and oh, it was so good.
Oh, that sounds real good.
I'm hungry,
Mm-mm.
please. It's
I want Tex-Mex.
Mm.
Yeah.
It was fine. I got to experience taco, so that was fun. First taco in mouth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Baby taco. Remember the taco when you see the baby of the baby? Okay, alright.
What?
And then
Yeah,
and then after Tex-Mex, we had to like rush back to the convention for a good reason. Because we took a bit of
You
time.
did?
Yeah, Vegemite.
Oh, right, Vegemite.
So I brought Vegemite with me, and so we had to hurry back because the other guests wanted to try Vegemite. So we had to go get like
And apparently
Butter
the
and-
staff couldn't find the right things that we
yeah.
needed, so we had to go get it ourselves.
Yeah, we because they were like, oh, what about wheat bread? I was like, no, not wheat bread. And so we got butter. Well, we got margarine, and we got some bread, and then I had a mini workshop on making Vegemite, how to eat Vegemite properly. And then I had to make slices for people. And how did you find it, Zane?
I hated it.
She made quite the face.
I hated it.
What about you, Ari?
I'm trying to find the Vegemite Uno Momento pork flavor cloth. It was, not gonna lie, I think it was because the butter made it extra more salty, but then without the butter, it was okay. Like it wasn't like I was going to like it wasn't like the worst thing per se. I did like it though. It was pretty good. I think I just need to find something. I would put it on literally anything if I needed to. Like that was like my thing.
One of the best ways to have it is actually with toast, but they didn't have a toaster, so I couldn't like toast it for everyone. Because if it's toast, it's good, because then the butter melts into the toast, and then it's just the thing on top. But, okay, so what are the stuff? So I was explaining how what Australians do to fuck with Americans is we'll get like a spoonful and give it to someone. One of the stuff was like, I bet, and then just like took a mouthful of Vegemite and ate it. Like a whole, like a spoonful of Vegemite and just shoved it in his mouth and ate it.
Yeah. And then he was like, yeah, cool. And then he just had it, and he had no reaction. He was like, yeah, okay, that was cool.
Even I was like, what the fuck? Because even I don't eat Vegemite like that. Gross.
That he did not even flinch either. Like when I first had it, like it was a little bit too much. Like it was kind of salty. But then I was like, oh, you know what? It's okay. Like as long as I put it on something else, it'll taste good. But then this man, like literally, I kid you not, took that whole spoonful, put it in his mouth, and did not flinch. I was like, you have high blood pressure? Like, how did you? Yo!
Yeah.
My goodness. Crazy, man, crazy.
So I'm trying to imagine like what kind of how salty this thing is or whatever, right? And it's like I'm looking at it, and it's Vegemite is made from leftover brewer's yeast extract with various vegetable and spice additives.
Yep.
What the hell is that?
Just think of yeast, like bread yeast, plus 5,000 pounds of salt, and then you're probably pretty close.
It's a lot of salt. It's like it had the texture of like, oh my god, how do I explain this? Like it's definitely, oh my god, have you had what's it called? Is that why Gramps so salty? Damn.
Hey now, I don't eat Vegemite that often. Also, someone said Zaki said the comparison people say is natto. Natto, it does not taste like that. No, fuck off.
No.
Definitely
No,
not.
it does not. It's
like really, really salty, and some people say it has like a soy saucy kind of taste.
It does. It does.
Oh.
Like I'm trying to compare it to like a fish thing, but I don't know which fish thing that I'm trying to compare it to. But it's definitely like a fish thing. Like,
Okay.
If you ever take like, you know, like what's it called? You know the sushi where they scrape the ribs of the fish?
No.
Right? Huh?
No, not a clue.
No.
There's a sushi, right, where like they take the fish and like they scrape the meat off like the in between of the ribs of it. Oh, god, I forgot what it was called, but like they put it into a sushi, right, and it's like little like scraps of meat. It's like that, but then if you douse the sushi in if you douse the fish in soy sauce, that's pretty much what it was. It's not rib sushi. I don't remember there's a Japanese name for it. Brain farting, can't remember. Fuck. But
no idea.
In between of ribs. Oh god, fuck. But yeah,
interesting. Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to explain it, except for unpleasant.
What is
Anyway.
I found out I like Cheez-Its.
Yeah, Cheez-Its are
especially
good.
the white cheddar ones. Those were very good. Or it was like, no, I like the original, and then she nabbed a couple bags.
The original ones were kind of plain. The white cheddar one was better.
Yeah, that was very bland.
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its, Cheez-Its,
Cheez-Its,
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its. And then
we finished
Cheez-Its.
31st?
We finished our Conan that day, didn't we?
Yeah, we finished Conan on the 30th. On the evening.
Is it Ehomaki? No, it's not Ehomaki.
And then Monday.
I'll move the date forward to 31st.
Yeah.
So that was the last day of the convention.
I had to get up really early.
Yep, Mika had to get up really early.
Because my panel was at 10:30 in the morning. And again, we went to bed at like...
Wait, I forgot.
Yep.
On the second day, I think it was the second day, when Ori had spent the night in my room, there was a VTuber meetup that Oreo-san and Mika wanted to go to.
Oh god. Yeah.
The VTuber meetup that Oreo-san and Mika wanted to go to. So I was like, okay, I'll just tag along, you know? So I set my alarm, I wake Ori up, and then I hear Mika's alarm going off, so I'm like, oh, okay, he must be waking up. It goes off. 5 minutes later, it's still going off. Another 5 minutes, it's still going off.
Okay, for clarification.
And then it stopped eventually, and then I was like, okay, Mika must have woken up because the alarm has stopped constantly ringing from between our rooms that I can hear.
Okay, so for context, my alarm is set every 5 minutes.
Mika, so I texted Mika like, okay, the two of us are ready. Whenever you're set, just let me know. And then so Oreo-san and I sit down, and we're like waiting, and nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Knuckle Ochi. There we go. Found it. Thank you, Yuri. Sorry, but yes, yeah, nothing.
Thank you.
Hi.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. So I was like, Mika up? So then I'm like, this is fine. I have Mika's key card. I have Mika's
so Zane and I swapped key
key
cards so we could go each other's rooms.
Yeah, because they gave us 2. So we like gave each other the spare. So then I go to his room, I swipe the card, and it's red. I'm like, what? So then I speak to the housekeeping that passed by our place to help us clean up stuff, and it was like, my friend is right next door. I have his key right here, but the card is red. Is something wrong? And he tells me, oh yeah, I tried to go in too to help clean up and stuff, but my card showed up red. That means that the person inside locked it. This piece of shit!
It's for safety! You lock the door!
Over here! I have a key so you can come help wake me up! Lock the freaking door!
I locked the door for safety. There's something I want to add to that later, but I'll talk about it later.
So, no, we did end up going to the VTuber meetup, but by the time we got there, everyone was gone.
Yeah.
Like, Mika told Oreo-san and I to go first. Here's the thing. My worst case scenario was that Mika slipped and fell in the bathroom or shower or whatever. But he was just asleep, thankfully.
I woke up and then I fell asleep again.
Us there, but by the time we did get there, everyone has dispersed because I think it was just really hot. So everybody like gathered, saw each other, and then left.
They left early.
Okay, that's my side. I'm done.
Okay, so I set my alarms, I woke up, and I fell asleep again. I was tired. We went to bed really late, and we'd only been sleeping like a little bit. So, yeah, I dozed back off, and I woke up, and I was like, oh shit. And I messaged to say, and I was like, I'm up, because I think, was it one of you knocking on my door?
It was me.
Wake
the fuck up, Mika.
I like got up and I got dressed, and I was like, I'm sorry, I slept through my alarm. And then like I got dressed, and then we hurried off, and then yeah, there was no one there. We saw a couple of VTuber cosplayers coming back, but they must have been like the stragglers from the group that had left, I guess. So unfortunate. There was other like meetups we were thinking of going to as well, but we just didn't get any time to go to them. Like there was a Bungo one, and there was a Danganronpa one, but we did not get the time.
VR was in between our
tag off.
We couldn't. Bungo was. I don't even know when Bungo happened because nobody reminded us, and we were just way too busy.
Yeah, you guys are so busy. We really were.
Yep.
We did so much work for this convention. Yeah, and then so going back to Monday. So Monday we had to get up really early because the panels were like the first morning panels. They also moved my panel early, so my panel was supposed to start at 11, and then they changed it to 10:30. So I had to get up even earlier, and then so my panel is based off of there's a show on YouTube called Actually. And it's kind of like you say a sentence about like a series and it has to be corrected. And so that was kind of like the basis of my puzzle, my quiz. And one of the questions I asked for help from, and the person gave me the wrong information. Jason Free.
Jason
obviously didn't see this, but I heard afterwards that when this question came up, Ari was screaming at the stream.
Yep.
I was like,
I
oh
was
my
looking at
God.
Ori, and Ori was just screaming. We were in the secret room watching Mika's panel from there.
And then like right after that, the stream died, so they couldn't see the rest of
Died.
it.
Yeah,
It
Ori's
died!
like, no more stream for us.
And no one told
The
me,
few-
so I didn't notice because I was too busy doing the actual like questions because I had like a PowerPoint open and it was like full screen, so I did not notice that it had died.
Yeah,
It
Ori
sucks
and
'cause
I said nothing because we assumed that someone knew.
Yeah.
And Ren-
It really sucks because this was like the few ones that I was awake to actually like, you know, watch, and I was like, oh yeah, and then Mika stopped talking, Mika stopped moving, there was no audience talking, and then it just fade to like
it
Fade
was
to black.
some sort of screen.
Yeah.
Fade to orange.
the
It's like
screen was orange. Yeah.
Oh.
no.
I'm like, no.
Man, it was unfortunate, but like the panel went pretty okay. It was interesting because like last year, the panel at the same time got like way more people showing up. This time around, there was only like a couple people. So I don't know if it was like too early, or I think because maybe it was the Monday. So at first there was only like a couple people, and then like slowly some more people trickled in. But the funniest part of that was. So I had a bungo question, and this like kid came in later on. They're probably like, I would say maybe like 14-ish, I would say, maybe. They're like between 10 and 14. They were pretty young. They were a kid. And apparently they watched bungo because they were like, this is the answer. But they were talking about, because Dase does this thing where he talks about like committing suicide, right? And he's just like, yeah, Dase was pissed because he wouldn't let him commit suicide. It's just this child just like on a microphone very loudly into the hall. And I was just like, why do you know this, child? Why? You
I'm
shouldn't
just
be.
gonna say once again, as I said in the secret room, and to Mika and to everyone here, that is slander. Against my Date-san. Alright, that is all. My interruption is over. Please continue.
Gee. But yeah, so the panel was it was really funny too because I got there really early. I was like, okay, last chance to do stuff. And then I got there early, and it was like the one time everything was working perfectly beforehand. So I just sat there for an hour in the cold, waiting for my panel to start because everything was fine. I didn't have to like put out any fires. And then your panel was right after, right, Zane?
Yep. Once Mika was done, it was my turn. My last panel on the 31st was the Asian trivia quiz panel, which I spent a lot of time on. But just like Mika, and like comparison from last year, there was like such a drastic change in the amount of people that showed up. But everyone still seemed to have fun. They were all very confused on some of the harder questions, and they knew some of the easier questions. And I think I messed up some of Ren's questions because
Oh, no.
You certainly
like,
did. I was
what is
there.
that?
I watched everything. She was like, okay. I didn't think that she would be putting all the Filipino questions at this on the like, you know, and then she was like, okay, this one is a Filipino question. All right. And then next it's like, what animal is this? What is this animal? What does this animal eat, and where is this from? So it would show like for example, I don't know, tapir, and then the country, and then she was like, yeah. So we're still in the Filipino section, and because I said that, we have to move forward because I gave the answer, and I'm like, Zane, please.
Kept giving people the answers.
Oh, apparently all the panels that day were dead. The programming staff were really shocked. Interesting.
Huh.
Staff saying all panels that on the Monday were dead. It wasn't just us.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So that was that day, and then there were like panels after us, but then we weren't involved. So then we were pretty much like, okay, we can pack up and be dismissed now.
Yeah, and that's what happened when that's when we were finally able to go and look at the artist alley, and Ari spent $100 on Final Fantasy
Final
keychains.
Fantasy charms.
they were really cute charms, and
Uh-huh.
they were 14, like FF14 charms, and I got all my children. Okay, like I
can hear it.
needed keychains for my children. Okay, it was #worth. Like I got
They were pretty cute
red
keychains.
and blue. They were really cute. And I loved it. I'm broke now. But
Oh.
it's okay.
Oh, we forgot to mention the really important thing that happened between Sunday and Monday.
Oh. Well, okay, we woke up that day. Mika went to his panel, and I went to the secret room, to set up for my panel.
Mm.
And then one of the staff came into the secret room. They were like, Zane, so we have something to tell you.
Oh.
So something happened during the night, last night to this night. I was like, okay. And they were like, so the Zane standee got stolen.
Yeah, her Stammy got stolen. What the hell? So someone came backstage to the panel room, which the one that I was sitting in for that morning, had grabbed the Zane standee, and then apparently what happened was it got taken to karaoke by someone, and then like some people were like dancing around with it on stage and put it down, and then after that someone actually
then they
grabbed
put it
it.
back down, and then someone else grabbed it and took off with it.
Yeah, so it
What
got
the
stolen. So he put out like a PSA, and at the end of my panel, I was like, hey, just so you know, if you guys see anyone with a standee like this, please let staff know. Yeah,
Please let us know.
because, yeah, unfortunately, Zane got nicked.
I've been stolen.
Literally could not believe
Darn
how-
it, should have added my QR code onto it, so then when the person ran out of the convention room, in the convention hall, people could scan the QR code. Create more advertisement. It's not just my face.
It's not just my face.
Right? There could have been a QR code. Darn it.
Yeah, but
Things to
Like-
think about for the next time.
yeah, unfortunate.
Really
Hopefully
unfortunate.
it doesn't get stolen next time. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that's really funny about it too is like the staff pointed out to us that like there was like several $1,000s worth of like projector equipment and things like that, and they didn't take that. They took the cardboard cutout of the cute anime girl.
I did take the cardboard cut out of the anime girl.
Versus like the several $1,000s worth of like technological equipment, like projectors and like computer stuff and like cameras and like stream decks and everything else.
Yep. Oh my
No,
God.
anime girl is life.
They needed the cutout of the Zane waifu.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye.
They found their new waifu.
Bye.
Man.
Oh boy.
I know. But that was like the actual day that we actually got to spend more time with each other while not being like half awake. Got to spend time. Even though
True.
like extremely sleep deprived was still part of that equation, but we actually got to spend time with each other.
Yeah, we actually got to chill and do stuff.
What else did we do apart from visit the artist alley? Yeah.
We went and had. What did we do for food? I'm trying to remember.
Karaoke.
Oh,
that
that's
was
right. We went to
karaoke.
karaoke. We went to
That was karaoke
karaoke. That's
night.
right. Yeah, we went to a Korean karaoke place and we had a little food and we did some karaoke for like.
And Mika
3
stole all the
hours.
chicken, so I couldn't eat anymore.
I mean, I ordered the chicken. I didn't know you wanted more.
Yeah, but we were all putting it in the middle and everyone was sharing. And then Mika just went like, okay, all of the chicken. I was like, oh, I guess I won't eat anymore then.
I thought, okay.
It's culture thing that like, everyone was sharing and then Mika was like, alright. Up.
Okay, I ordered the thing for me, and I didn't realize we were sharing, and no one said anything that we were like specifically that we were sharing. So I was like, okay, this is my thing that I ordered.
It's alright. It was more of a context thing. That's alright.
Because like, okay, so for me, for here, like it's usually like I order my own thing, and then like, here, would you like
Yeah,
some?
I was like, yeah, that's very Western. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna say anything about it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
sit.
Oh, fucking poppy paw. Oh my god. Okay, so this Korean place has the ye olde book of songs versus like Joy Sound,
It was just a
where it's like
giant book.
yeah, instead of like you see with like Joy Sound and things like that, how it's got like a little screen. This is like the old school, like the more chill way of where it's like you have the big book and you have to search. And
Ah, yes, that's how we do uniforms.
I was like, this will be funny. I found Poppy Paw, so I put it in. And Ari and I like, yes.
Oh, no.
Ari and I were like, yes, let's sing this. We didn't know it was like a 5-minute song.
So long. I was like,
so
holy
long.
shit, why is it still going?
Like, time ceased to exist for a period of time. Because, like,
Yeah, they just kept going.
the song kept going, it wouldn't stop.
It really wouldn't. I was like, oh god.
God.
The two just kept going, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep looking through this book while you guys go Poppy Pow, alright?
The energy would slowly, like, just go.
Does it. God, it went on
Surprisingly,
so long.
Surprisingly, that place had so many like Japanese songs.
Yeah.
Too though, and Vocaloids as well.
Yeah,
That
lots of
was very
Vocaloid
nice.
songs. That was good.
It's very fun.
I was happy. I was so happy. I was fucking going ham. I was like, here we go.
And then these two sang Monochrome Kiss.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh my god! I also, for Ren's sake, I also butchered dramaturgy really fucking badly.
I feel.
There is
I
video of that.
appreciate.
It
Mm.
was
it's
so
so
bad.
cool.
I pushed
There
it
is?
so bad. Yeah,
There is. Don't worry.
I don't know
Okay.
where put it, but
Okay. I am sitting here expectantly for it later.
oh god,
Really
really bad. I don't know if you should expect
Yeah.
anything good from it, but like
Please, I don't care, it's dramaturgy.
Mm-mm.
And it's you.
Butler.
Mm-mm.
black of
Black
blood,
Butler.
black of the blood, black
Bluller.
black
Blood.
Blah,
butler,
black
Black
blood
Blutter.
butter.
black
Butter.
blood, black
Black-
blood,
Blood.
Black
Blutter.
butter.
Okay.
But
All
back-
right.
Black blood.
black blood,
Real black blood.
black blood,
Black butter.
black blood.
Mm.
Back butter.
You know, the Korean food was actually pretty good, except for the chupaghetti.
Chipgetty. Chipgetty.
Yeah, that was super
Chupaghetti?
bland.
I mean, I thought it was
I
okay.
ate it, and we looked at each other, and we were like, "Yeah, that's so bland." And then
That's
Mika was
super-
like, "No, this is great." And Oreo
I was
and
like,
I
it's
was like,
fine. The sauce is fine.
"Uh."
Okay, to be fair, the reason it was bland is because you asked for no spice in it. Because we can't eat spicy food.
Chapaghetti.
was
So it's
so
like
weird.
chapche, but spaghetti?
It was
No,
like
it
it was
was
like
okay.
noodles. It was like
Glass noodles?
no, it was
actually-
like 2-minute noodles, but then like with
Oh.
like a dark sauce, and then usually it has like chili stuff in it, but Zane asked for no chilies. Obviously.
That's okay.
Uh,
Alright.
I found it. Chapaghetti.
It's chachong, Chinese black bean sauce with thick ramen
Yeah.
noodles.
That did not taste like Chinese.
Changjang, right?
Changjiang, yeah.
Changjiang.
Changjiang, yeah.
Changjang, yeah.
But without like the spicy stuff.
So it tasted like nothing.
It
Should've had
didn't.
more
It
taste.
tasted fine.
Yeah, it should have more taste in it, even without the spice, honestly.
True. Probably
It
should
should
have, yeah.
have more. It
Not
should have
gonna
been
lie,
more.
I ate it and I was like,
Yeah, Orizan and I looked at each other like, bland? Bland.
Uh,
I like sat there and I was like, I'm gonna go back to my very spicy. I used my very spicy soup. I was like, yeah, no, that don't taste like nothing. I should have pulled out the chicken salt.
No.
no, chicken salt's for chips.
No, I'm gonna put that on everything.
Okay, for context, so in Australia, chicken salt's really big for putting on hot chips, so like a fish and chip shop or whatever. And it's like a thing only in Australia. So I took basically like jars of chicken salt for Ari, Zane, and Zozo, so they could try it because it's really good. It's if you
He
haven't.
says jars, but it's like a little box only.
Well, I say jar because it's kind of like gives you kind of like an idea for the size, right? Because if I say packet, you probably think of like these like ketchup packets or whatever.
It's a little, it's like a palm-sized jam jar.
Yeah. But like it's like a shaker, so you can shake stuff out.
Yeah, like a
But
salt.
mm-mm-mm.
Sugar.
But it's really good. It's really tasty, and yeah. So hopefully they enjoy it when they get to try it.
Oh, and then what else?
Well.
Oh, that was the same night we decided to fucking kill all our taste buds.
Yeah.
All right, we did a
taste
okay,
testing.
A video's coming out of all of us doing a taste test of super cursed drinks and food.
Yay! And when we say cursed, we're talking things like butter soda.
Pickle soda.
Yeah.
God, the pickle soda made me had a visceral reaction of just it going out of my mouth.
Yeah, all of us yeah, you'll see in the video. There were many reactions. There were many reactions.
We're gonna need to edit it and all that before it goes live onto our channels, but look forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also tried some snacks as well, not just drinks.
Yeah, there was food.
We went to a place called Rocket Fizz, I think it was. Rocket something.
No idea.
Anyway, there was one place we went to that had a whole bunch of weird drinks and also some weird snacks and stuff. So we bought a bunch of stuff from there. It was good. It was nice.
It was fun.
It was fun. And then we did that till, oh god, okay. So we started that at midnight and we finished at 2 a.m. And this was the night before we had to leave for the airport the next day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we finished, we cleaned everything up, and then we went to our rooms to pack. Now, Zane had to be at the airport very early on the Tuesday morning.
Yes, I had to go really early, and then apparently, staff didn't know that international or they aren't used to, overseas people being used to a 3-hour time.
You go to the airport 3 hours beforehand. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're used to over here. So I was like, I need to be there at 9, and then the staff was like, we'll start the car at 9. I was like, no. I have to be there at the airport at 9.
But okay, just to go back a little bit because I want to tell the story because fucking okay. So Zane went to her room to pack, and then Ari was sleeping in my room. Two things happened. Ari fell asleep on the bed, but she fell asleep outside of the covers, and because the aircon was on, right, I was worried that she was going to get sick. So I had to wake her up to be like, hey, Ari, wake up, you need to go, you need to lay under the covers. I spent a few minutes trying to poke her awake. I finally woke her up. She nearly kicked me and punched me. She was fully prepared to kill my ass. I took a step back, and thankfully she didn't knock me out, but got her out, got her to go to bed. I finished packing, and I had messaged Zane being like, hey, I have some stuff that you need to grab and so on, and then let me know what time you're getting up so we can get up tomorrow morning. I didn't get a reply, so I thought, oh, okay, maybe she's done and she will go on to sleep to get more sleep, right? So I went and laid down. And I didn't lock anything because these guys were bullying me about locking stuff. So
what's the point if I have a card but I can't wake you up? Bullying? Excuse me?
Okay, you also
just defeated the whole purpose of me
you also locked the door. You locked the door.
But you can come in. You can push it open. It makes a loud sound.
Okay.
I couldn't come in at all.
Okay, I didn't know that it would do that, to be completely honest. Anyway, I actually didn't know.
That wasn't bullying.
Anyway, so I left everything completely unlocked so that Zane could come in if she needed to wake us up if we slept through our alarms, right? So I've closed my eyes and I'm just starting to relax and I'm just about to drift off, and then I hear the sound of the door. And then I sleepily open my eyes, and then there's light, and I leap out of bed and I'm crouched with my fists up, thinking someone's trying to break into the room. And it's just Zane standing in the doorway with a bag. Yeah, I was dead asleep. So I was just crouched in the hall, in the dark with my fists up, ready to fight someone trying to break in. And Zane's just standing in the doorway with a bag of stuff.
I was like, hey, you guys ready to sleep? Cool.
It scared the shit out of me. But yeah, she just then threw a bunch of snacks at me and then left.
And then Mika gave me the holder for my key. I was like, where's my key?
Oh yeah.
Where's my key?
I was not very awake.
Where's my key?
So I'd taken the key out and given to Ori, but I'd forgotten. So I gave her the holder, and then and she put like her key in there, and then we're like, "What happened to the other key?" We spent like 5 minutes trying to work out where it's gone.
Oh, we were so sleep deprived, guys.
And I was like, "Oh wait, I gave it to Ori."
She didn't move in her bed.
Ori heard none of this. I found it. I grabbed it out of Ari's stuff and handed it to Zane.
Wait, when did that happen?
you were
asleep.
You were asleep.
Wait, did that mean you had to go through my phone?
Yeah, I did. Sorry. It's okay. I didn't take anything. Just the cards for the hotel room.
Oh my god! What the fuck? Wait, so that means
I'm taking Ori things.
Yeah.
what did you take?
Nothing.
I took Ori's credit card during the text mix, and she didn't know, and I gave it back to her
Oh,
at the end
yeah.
of the night. Who was like, ah!
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Sorry. And then so I gave Zane her stuff. Zane like put a whole bunch of like she's like, I'm not gonna eat these snacks, you take them. After I'd finished packing all my stuff, I was like, fuck, now I have to work out what to do with these. And then I like laid
And
down
I stole
and
half the box of Cheez-Its.
yes, because there was like a box of Cheez-Its, the white cheddar ones left. There weren't any like mini packets, so I just took the entire box, and then like I split it with Zane. And then I went to bed for an hour and got up because that was when the alarms were set.
Mm.
And you didn't sleep, right, Zane?
I didn't sleep.
So then we had this whole kerfuffle with the 3 hours thing, and Zozo like freaked out, misunderstand, like he because obviously we're all really tired, it was all very early. He thought the plane left at 9:20, and
Oh, no.
yeah, so he was like freaking out thinking that it was 8 o'clock and you went at the airport for your 9:20 flight. We're like, no. The plane leaves at 12. Zane needs to be at the airport.
At 9.
So like the driver was like nowhere to be seen. We didn't know what was going on. So Zozo had to drive to the airport, and we just like sat in the car with
I love
because
that Mika got driver rights. I had no driver rights. No rights at all. Nothing about oversized luggage. Nothing about the bullet casing.
yeah.
They just helped Mika sort all of that, but me? Nah.
To
They
be
don't need to
fair,
help me at all.
they didn't really. I just kind of just like I just went, okay, I'm just gonna do my own thing then, because they didn't really give me an answer for most stuff until like the very end.
Yeah, they did say they were gonna help you, but I don't know if they did.
The only thing is like Mary mentioned that the like for us we could take the cutouts, I think was like the only thing. And
I
then
think she only checked with your airline.
was it not the same, like booked through the same airline though?
No.
Oh, okay. Well then yeah, that was kind of unhelpful.
I don't think so.
It's not helpful on like for any like in the sense of like Zane's not gonna know sort of thing. So
If it was, I wasn't told we were on the same airline, and I just knew that guest relations was helping you check your things.
because I was very
Yeah,
vocal
yeah.
about it as I tend to be.
Asians are not going to be vocal about their needs, guys.
Oh my god.
So, but in the end, it didn't matter because Zane got stolen anyway. So,
That's true.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter.
but yeah, so Zane left and oh, okay. Mike called the airlines regarding cutouts and got prices for the cutouts. Okay, I only heard my price for me, so it must
I
not have
didn't
yeah.
even know that at all. Nobody told me nothing.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, so
Again, favorite child.
don't think so. Not even close. But so Ori and I also, by the way, we were in our pajamas because like we were like hurriedly trying to make sure Zane wasn't gonna be late. So we were in our pajamas at the airport with Zane, said goodbye.
Yeah, I was pretty sure Mika wasn't gonna come. And then Ori was like, I'll go. And then Mika was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll go too.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. I was gonna go if you like, okay, because here's the thing, right? I didn't want Zane to like feel pressured for us going to say and stuff. So I was like, Zane, do you want us to go? Yes or no? And she was like, Because here's the thing,
Of
right?
course I'm not gonna say anything. I'm Asian, and do you know my IRL trope? Hello?
I know, but
My
like,
IRL trope is a tsundere. Nobody knows what an actual tsundere is until they actually meet me. I'm not like the tsunderes in the freaking anime. It doesn't work like that.
It's more subtle, guys. It's more subtle.
But yeah, I was like, I didn't want to be pushy and annoying. Because you know I'm like sappy, and you're like blah when I'm sappy. So we went, and then Ari and I just kind of sat in the car while Zozo drove us back. And then we're like, hey, so when's checkout? Because it's like in half an hour if it's at 10. Because it was like 9:30. So, and then
I tried to sneak Ori money.
Oh yeah.
Ori snuck it back on me. I hate her.
So Zane tried to sneak Ori some money, and then because I think Zane dozed off in the car a little bit, and then Ori like stuck
Ori
it back.
stuck it back to me in the hotel room before that, actually.
Sensei woke me up, tried to hand me money while I was like half
and then
asleep,
ran away.
and then ran away. Then we went to Sensei's room, and this girl, bless her soul, decided to leave her bag right next to me, in the bed. And I was like, oh, opportunity. And she just never noticed.
Oh dear.
Closest eyes.
And then it got like to the checkout. No, let me check in.
Check
and
in.
then Ori was like, check your bag. And I was like, fuck you.
I can be sneaky when I want to be, okay? I swear I can shut my mouth when I need to.
Sure.
Hey, you didn't even know until after you started checking it.
True, I didn't find it.
I had to tell you just in case, like, somebody saw it poking out, and I was just here you go. By the way, I snuck it back. She had me cash, and I was like, no, that's a lot of cash. Wait, take it back.
No.
No.
And then, so mine was at 12. So, and then I got on all right. And then next was Mika's flight.
Which was at 3. And so one of the other guests, Chris from Sakai Project, who looks after like visual novels, games and stuff, localization. Because our flight was so close, I got on the plane. Not on the plane. I got on the driver picked us off both at the same time because he was like, "Why take one of us when we can take both? It's only 20 minutes difference." So we went together, and I'd met Chris before, like I knew him. So it was like not weird or like awkward or anything, which was nice. And then, because he flies a lot, he was like, "Hey, come with me." And like, I got to sit in the American Airlines lounge and like get free drinks while I waited for my plane. So that was nice. Because I had to fly to LAX. I had to fly to LAX first, and then and then I had like a 6-hour layover, and then fly back home.
Yeah, I know, right? Agreed. Favorite child. Yeah. Favoritism. Casual racing. Okay.
Well, that it. Well, I mean, you did stop in Japan for only like a 2-hour layover.
No, yeah, that was the kerfuffle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you should talk about your
Let
kerfuffle.
Mika finish first. No, you get on the plane first.
No.
Oh, you're on the plane? It was just like seats, drinks on the plane?
Yeah.
I thought you had like something. Oh, that was in the layover. Okay.
That was the
And
layover,
then
yeah.
after Mika's flight was Ori.
Mine, yeah. Okay, okay. I'm gonna out myself a little bit, but like pretty much TLDR. Like I went to the airport that is not big enough to have international flights, pretty much. So I went to the airport that didn't have international flights. So that means I'm freaking going domestic, right? I'm going domestic. And I go there, like, give or take, because I wanted to get there, like, at least 2 hours early, just in case shit hit the ceiling, even though the airport wasn't that big. But, it was good that I did, because my luggage itself was, like, freaking McHuge. It was, like, puffy, pretty much. And so I literally had to sit on it and then, like, zip it shut. And then I was like, okay, I took out the switch, I took out, like, the things that would probably you need to put through, like, security, x-rays and stuff, whatever. And I get in. right? And I put it on the tray, and it goes to the X-ray, and but it's taking a long time, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So I put it through. I had 3 trays by myself, simply because I had to take out my laptop, then I had to take out the switch, then I had to put everything else into one bin, and then plus my bag. So I had 4 different things going through this X-ray already, right? I'm going through it. I get it. It's fine. And then my bag gets tagged.
And I thought that was normal though, Oreo-san, with the trays. Because they had us take off our shoes too.
Yeah, I had to take off my shoes too. And
Yeah,
I
so
was
3 and 4 trays normal.
it's so many things. And I'm like, okay, fine. This is fine. This is normal. I walk through and my bag is tagged. And I'm like,
Oof.
fuck. I'm like, what is in the bag? I took out the switch and everything. I don't know what's in the bag that it could have been tagged, right? And the thing is, they take it, right? And I need to sneeze. Give me a second. Oh.
How'd you?
Bless you.
Are you a fish?
No, it's
Yes.
gone. Yes, I am a fish.
Oh, we should explain that afterwards too.
The thing is, they tag my bag, they pull it over to the side, they look me straight in the eyes, we need to do a search and all this, and I'm like, okay, fine, what is it? I don't think it's anything bad, right? The thing is that my bag, they open my bag and they take literally everything out of my bag. I kid you not, they took out my toiletry, they took out my freaking PJs, my underwear, my everything, my merch, my bag. The only thing they left in that fat ass bag was my comb. So they took out my tarot cards, for Pete fucking sake. They took out everything, and they literally put it 4 trays worth of my shit through the X-ray again, right? And then we're just putting it through, and it took God forbids how long, and I'm staring at my empty, now deflated suitcase fuck, I'm gonna have to repack this, right? It's fucking concaved in, there's no air in it. The only thing they did not take out was my stupid comb, and they looked at the thing, and they're like, well, they took a look at the chicken salt, put it back in the bag, and then we're like, thank you for your patience. Here's your 4 trays of item. Here's a place to pack it. Good luck, have fun. I'm like, okay. So I'm
They were
sitting
like,
there.
yeah, you didn't pack good enough.
I was the only one that got tagged. That's the thing.
Oh.
Out of everyone that got tagged, out of everybody, I was the only one that got tagged. And I'm like, this bitches. I'm like, you bitches. So they were, and so I'm sitting there as everyone's passing me by, as I'm trying to stuff my undies into the goddamn plastic bag. I fucking hate this.
Casual racism.
Casual racism.
I even asked Ori, did you hold your American passport in your hand the whole time? And she was like, yeah. I was like, gosh darn it. Because, that's what I did most of the time. I just held my passport so that people wouldn't bug me. Again, not American, but, okay. Please do not bug. I mean, I did get tagged in my bag, but it was, the phone stand. So, they kind of opened it. They pulled it out. They pressed at my phone stand. And I'm like, eh. And then they handed it back to me and I put it back in. And that was fine. Unlike Oreo-san.
Would take anything either. That's the thing. They just looked at the chicken salt, was like, oh, okay, and then just put it back in the bag and then handed me everything. I'm like,
They probably thought it was a bomb or something.
bruh! Oh my god, they didn't need to take my whole fucking PJs out because that bag was on the top. That was the first bag in the thing. So they really could have just taken it out. Looked at it. I told them maybe it's I don't know, it's in a bag. But they had to take out my underwear.
I was saying that it couldn't at least there wasn't anything actually sus in there that got pulled out.
Yeah.
Because that would have been very, very awkward if it had been like a Aratin dojinshi or
Stuff like that.
other things.
Yeah. So the said it might be because it was an overstuffed bag. It was so packed that they had to check because they couldn't scan it properly.
Christ.
Much
But-
F.
Yeah.
But other than that, your flight went okay, right?
Let's see. Yeah, my first flight was 15 to 16 hours from where I was to Narita. And okay, it was fine, quote unquote, because there was no screaming children that would open his mouth every 5 seconds to go, ah! But this guy next to me, he wasn't particularly giant or big. He was a normally built guy. Pretty fit. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be a fine flight. I sat by the window seat. I go to sleep. I fall asleep every time I would fall asleep, I fall asleep for 1 hour, and I wake up because of multiple reasons. One, it was very cold. Two, this guy next to me, he was watching his stupid movies or whatever, and he would suddenly elbow me. I'm like, what? I'm trying to sleep.
Jeez, that's rude.
I don't know. I think he was like watching something and he would react and then he would elbow me. And he was like, I don't know, the way he sat, he just took up both armrests next to him. I'm like, can I have some fucking room? I was like, I know I'm leaning towards the window because I'm sleeping, but like, hello?
Damn.
Oh yeah. I think that was
Rude ass shit.
that was me too, not gonna lie.
But no, that was like, I still got to sleep. Like, it was like 1 hour of rest. And then wake up, be like, oh, is there food? Is there water? No, okay. And then I would wake up again. And that was the majority of the flight. And then I got off the flight in Narita with a layover. And that's when I saw Ren and Ori like chatting. So I was like, oh, I'll come in and chat. And then because I was like listening to them, I didn't realize that I forgot to go to my gate to check in.
Oh god.
Oh my
And Ren and Ori yelled at me.
This, can I just say, because I was speaking with Zane on her first flight, I think it was her first flight. I was talking to her in chat, and then she mentioned like, oh, she looks at her boarding gate area,
This was back
and
when
she's
I
like,
was in Texas. Yeah.
yeah,
I
this was
like,
back when you were in
it's so
Texas.
busy.
It's busy, and I was like, looks at my time. Well, it is 30 minutes before your boarding time, and she was like, what? Oh, is that me? Oh, and I'm like,
Yeah, and then I
bitch,
double
go.
checked and I was like, wait, flight. Oh, that's my flight. Those aren't people on my flight.
this
Running up.
dumbass bitch. And then at least she got it there, you know. And then the next I think it was morning for me by then, right? And I was sitting with Ori, and she comes in, and we were talking. Basically, this bitch would, if not reminded, would probably have missed her flight. Not once, twice.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
Like, oh.
No, they were
God.
actually like calling my name over the PA system, but I had my AirPods in and I was
Oh my
like talking to
God.
Oya-san and Ren, so I didn't know.
Oh my god. Oh god. I'm so glad that you were on the voice chat then. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know which one of them reminded me, but one of them were like, have you went to your gate to check in yet? And I was
I
like,
think it was Ori.
I think it was me.
Jeez. Goodness me.
But
But as well as that, the other incident with regards to your plane in Narita.
yes. They were like, oh, you are this airline? Quick, you need to go this way. And I'm like, oh, there's like an hour until my flight. And they were like, quick, this way. I'm like, oh, okay. So then I went like through like a special line. It was like international instead of like the other longer line. And then I was like, okay, let me take everything out, run it through. And then my casing, the empty casing for the sniper rifle bullet, got tagged. So the security that was helping there was like, oh, what's this? And I'm like, oh, we went to the gun range, we did some shooting, so I kept this as a souvenir. And she was like, oh, that's cool. And then she was like, oh, but I need to hold this back and check with someone. And I was like, oh, okay. So then we waited, and one like officer of the airport came, and same routine. Like he asked me like, oh, what is this from? I showed him pictures, like we did the shooting at the gun range, and I was like, it's a souvenir, it's empty. And he was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. And then a third officer of the airport came. So this was a she, and she was like, she instantly first noticed like my stuff that I had, like my fandom stuff, like the Detective Conan and the Bungo Stray Dogs fandom stuff. And I was like, oh, you like that? I was like, yeah, I like that. And then we had a little talk, and same thing, like, oh, okay, around how old are you? Okay, what's your job? I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, what's this come from? I showed her the pictures as well. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. It should be fine. And then we sat there because they had to call in hacking detectives, apparently, to come in. So we sat there for 15 minutes. 2 detectives, 1 male and 1 female, came in, they put on gloves and all that, and they were like checking the bullet casing. I was like, okay, like the whole thing, same questions. And they're like, yeah, no, you can't keep this. We're taking it. And I was like, huh? So no, yeah, I was sat there for like 30 minutes, and then ultimately they didn't let me keep the empty rifle bullet casing.
Didn't the security guys were like, no, it's fine, and the detectives were like, no,
Yeah,
it's not.
everyone. Yeah, so the security people were all like, actually, it's just a souvenir, it's fine. But then the detectives were like, no, she can't keep this. So there was like a little, it was not very obvious, it was very much polite Japanese talk. But like you could feel it. You could like understand it, you could feel it. It was like, but it's just a souvenir, it's empty and all that. But then the other people were like, no, she can't keep it. So ultimately I couldn't keep it.
Zane is a fugitive on the run.
Yep.
It's like, I don't understand because like you're just passing through. You're not even stepping into Japanese soil.
Yeah, I'm just like there for like an hour, and then I'm leaving to Hong Kong. They're like, no, they can't keep it.
It's really weird. And
Like,
unfortunate.
I mean, if I knew I could have put it in my luggage, I would have, but I know that like I can't put like metal or like batteries and stuff in there, so I didn't want to risk it. And like nobody told me what to do with mine, because Mika's shotgun stuff were plastic.
Oh, I just assumed it goes in checked luggage.
No, I assumed I should keep it out in the obvious, like so that everyone could see that it was safe.
I mean, that's a fair thing to assume when you don't know.
But I took pictures.
Yeah, on her Twitch, on her Twitter.
Yeah, my Twitters.
The RIP.
I was a little kerfuffle. I went back. I didn't sleep on the way back. Mostly, I took a nap. I watched some movies, and then I landed okay. And I got home, and then I passed the heck out.
I landed in LAX.
I did Pokemon Sleep.
Yeah, you did. I landed at LAX, and then I was supposed to meet up with a longtime friend, but he went to FanFest, Final Fantasy FanFest. He got sick, so we couldn't meet up. And then Nettia was like, "Hey, are you at the airport right now?" And I was like, "Yes." So they like finished work and then immediately drove over to come say hi. So we went to In-N-Out, which was like a famous burger place in California. So I also had like someone try to like, I don't want to say that they tried to kidnap me, but you know how there's like those people who are dodgy at the airport and they're like, hey, do you need a taxi? But it's actually not like the taxi people. It's like some dude walking around. It's one of those guys who came up and was like, hey, do you need a lift? Do you need a taxi ride? And I was like, no, I'm good. Thank you, goodbye. So, because the actual taxis are like a 5-minute shuttle bus ride away. It was really weird. There was no taxis at the actual airport themselves. You had to go away from the airport to actually get to them. So, and then I went through TSA at LAX and it was fine. Like I didn't even have to take off my shoes when I did at Dallas, which was really weird. I was like fully prepared to take my shoes off and everything, but didn't have to. I didn't even have to do like the special scanny thing where they have you hold your hands up and stuff.
Oh yeah, that was cool. I was like, what am I doing?
I didn't have to do that though. They just waved me through. They're like, okay, you're good. And then I got on the plane and so when I was getting my tickets, because it was all the way through, so I got the tickets for both flights. The lady didn't give me a chance to say I wanted like a window seat or anything, so she just gave me one. And I looked at it and it said J, and for most airlines, J means like the window. Yeah, it wasn't the window. So I got on and it was a middle seat, and I was like, fuck. So I went to the attendant, I was like, hey, is it possible to like, can I switch seats? Because I really don't want to be in a middle seat for a 15-hour flight. And they're like, oh, well, it's really full, so you'll just have to sit and wait. And I was like, okay. And then I sat down, I pulled all my stuff out, I got comfy, and then another attendant came by and said, hey, there's like an aisle seat free with an empty seat next to it. Do you want that? I was like, yes, please. So I had to like pull all my stuff out again, and I scurried over to this other spot, and then I sat down, and then I was like, oh, I'm safe. Thank God. Because, yeah, it was a very full flight, but because I asked so early upon getting on, they were like, yeah, you can go here. Thank God. And then I got home, and then I drove home, and then it was like, I think I got home at like 8 in the morning, so I had to stay up all day. So I tried to play Apex and I got mad at people because they were being stupid. Because I was tired and I had no tolerance for stupid people. So I just stopped playing Apex instead. And I just kind of, I don't remember what I did yesterday. I think like I was talking with Zane, Ren, and Ori when they were around. And then I passed out at like 9, and then I woke up at like 8 in the morning the next day. So I slept for like nearly 12 hours.
Which is good.
I took like little naps, and then I slept at like 1 or 2, and then until this morning, where I woke up, and then the two of you were like, "Hey, stream has already started."
Okay. So here's the thing. We were talking about it yesterday in voice chat. Like we were talking about it. Ari said 1 p.m. And usually like it's 1 p.m. GMT plus 8 because that's usually how we we tend to operate.
11.
Oh, I heard you
Did
say
Ori
1.
11?
I said 11 for GTM plus 8 and then 1 p.m. for 8.
I heard 1 p.m. for GMT plus 8, so that's my bad. I was also, you should have known better. I was like sleepy. I blame you. I take no responsibility.
Part of this.
Anyway, I woke up really early and I had to go get my car serviced because there was like a part in my car. They're like, hey, your car might like break apart if you don't get this checked. So I went and did that. And then as I was like leaving because I picked my car up, I get this message going, hey, stream is in an hour, right? And I was like, what do you mean stream is in an hour? And I was like, I don't think Zane is awake yet. And I am not home.
I didn't set any alarms, and I just slept.
So
Yeah. And I also got like a message from Warrior. It's like, hey, he coming? No one's late. No one's awake yet. But like, you know. And I was like, what?
Oh yeah, we said yesterday that Ren should join us because he was like involved with a bunch of stuff, but he didn't hear us say that. I think so. He was like, "Huh?" Oh yeah, we did. Okay. So this is going back a little bit. We didn't mention. So when we watched Bungo, we also. After that, we also turned on like the camera, so it was like Ren and then the three of us on camera, and we were like running around the room being stupid.
Oh yeah, they were, and I did actually like
you can see
Ori
us
being tortured, live. So it's like
my PTSD installment like live.
I really did. Oh my god.
And then there
As
was
well
me
as
at the side just going shrug emoji.
yeah, shrug emoji.
While Mika
Thumbs
and Ori
up.
was just around there. I was like, I'm here
I
too.
was
Hi
also-
Ren, what's up?
Was also able to see like on live camera the Shibuya meltdown.
oh yeah.
a bit of a Shibuya meltdown. So like that was great.
I don't remember what comment took Sensei out. You said a comment and it like fucking killed Sensei instantly.
I can't remember.
Can't remember.
I don't remember. It was something that Ren said, and both Oreo-san and I just fell to the ground.
Oh no, I can't remember
I
either.
can't remember either.
Oh
There
no.
was a lot of talking about my charger incidents.
Oh yeah.
And then there was talking about Oreo-san trying to do the crafts with this, like, Oreo-san explained to Ren what happened with the tape. That she was like slowly pulling with her hands.
Oh yeah, the tape
her hands
incident.
weren't long enough.
The tape incident, yeah.
So then she was like, hold on to the other end, Sensei. And I was like, okay, I hold. And then she suddenly yanked. And I said, I'm holding it. I didn't say I'm holding it onto tightly. So then it slipped right out of my hand. And then it crumpled up and the tape couldn't be used anymore.
It was such
Nice
a
and
clean cut of tape. It was so clean. Nothing rolled on itself. Everything was good. But me being the short queen that I am, have short arms to match, you know? So, like, dead ass was like I couldn't get the last bit. So I asked Sensei to hold on to it onto the end, right?
I held on to the end.
He held on to the end, but you held on to the end like you were trying to you like held on to it while holding a damn pinky up like it was disgusting as fuck. And then I yoinked it trying to get the last bit of tape out. And next thing I know, my whole beautiful non-sticking, not everything's fine tape is now crumpled up into a ball and unusable. I'm like, motherfucker.
You must understand then that, I mean, like, at least now you learned that, like, that's how she holds most things.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? It was like a running thing of like Zane shouldn't touch stuff.
God. God.
I can't even remember all of them, but basically anytime Zane touched things, stuff would break.
What I remember, am I allowed to like mention this? Is like other than the tape was like the tablet.
Zozo's tablet. I held
Zozo's
on to
tablet.
it for him.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
He was like, okay, help me type a message to everyone. I was like, okay. And then I type, and they're like, Zozo, there's no internet. And then Zozo was like, wait, it was connected like 2 seconds ago. I was like, tap, there's no internet. And then like for the whole ride back, I was like trying to poke the internet. It didn't work. So then I gave it back to him once we got back to the hotel. And it was working. The moment Zozo was like doing it again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sensei just broke everything, I guess.
Oh boy.
Damn.
Yeah.
But the second tape, after the first tape, the second tape was Oreo-san's fault for letting me try again, okay?
I was trying to be nice, and I
So
thought
yeah,
it was
Oreo was trying to be nice.
It was like,
"Here, we
she
can
was
do
like,
this
it can't
again."
happen twice in a row, surely.
surely I had too much hope.
Yeah, so then I helped her again, and then the tape crumpled up again. Oreo was like, all right, Sensei, just go back over there.
Send her away.
Mm. Oh my
Because it was
god.
like, yeah, go ahead.
No, you. I just remembered something. Go. I'll tell after.
No, it was just simply because it was just like it was something for the escape room, so I was literally helping, trying to put together their escape room, and then Sensei was just like, whoops, tape's gone. I'm like, oh fuck. Okay, you know what? No, get out, get out. I'll do it myself.
Okay, so I don't know if you all saw the pictures that I posted. So we have like a folder with all these pictures, right? So when I was at LAX, there was like a CPR machine, and the CPR machine just has like a full-on like torso with like boobies out that you can press with. I was like, what the hell is this? I was walking towards my gate, and it's just like a torso with boobies that you can press on to practice CPR, and it had like the CPR thing was playing "Staying Alive." Because that's one of the songs you could keep in rhythm to like for the amount of pressing you need to do for CPR. I can't show it on stream, I don't think, because it's like boobies. But like, I was just walking, and then there's suddenly just like a torso just on the side of the walkway. I was like, what the fuck?
Casually.
Gotta get the torso, you know. You just have to get the booby.
And
Everybody wants to.
also the panel had like a video, and it was Dr. Mike from YouTube on it, and I was like, what the fuck?
Mm.
Because it's like a famous YouTuber called Dr. Mike, and I was like, wait a second, I know this guy from YouTube. What?
Yeah.
What is going on?
To be fair, if that was in LAX, you are literally in the heart of content creators. Like,
True. That is very
right.
true.
you are like in the heart of like content upon content. So really,
Yeah, it was just really funny.
the Mike teaching you how to compress on boobies.
Well, yeah, it was interesting. The choices for that, but yeah. Mm.
Y'all made it.
We made it.
Y'all survived.
We survived.
Wait.
It was a lot.
Good.
It was a lot, that's for sure.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was definitely
It
a lot.
was.
Mm.
And then what's it called? And then next thing you know, I left for Texas with Twitter being Twitter, and I come back and it's now X. So I'm
I know. I know.
Oh yeah.
So,
It happened over the weekend, yeah.
Yeah, it updated.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was
It's
like
like
confused as balls every time I saw, because every time I saw Mika or Sensei or Ren post, it would just be like X, and I'm just like,
What the fuck is
What-
this?
what
the fuck is
did
this?
something go wrong? I'm like, what is this?
Like what virus
What
installed
Virus did
Mm.
installed this really sus app, man? Really, because it looks like a prawn site, bro.
It does. It really, really does.
It
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, bye.
My
Yeah,
God.
bet. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the
Everybody
trip.
survived.
We survived.
Survived.
We were so
Welcome
tired.
back, everybody.
Otsukare-sama desu
Oh,
wa.
it's Karen
Let's got
Sama.
everyone.
Let's go there.
My God.
Oh my god.
Gosh.
Mhm.
Expectation did not meet reality. The trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flip.
Slip
I don't know if
time.
I'm like all done with jet lag yet either.
I think I'm okay. I think I'm just a little bit tired because I slept for so long.
I'm so tired. My feet still hurt. Ah.
Mhm.
You must what's it called? You gotta put your whole body into a really hot bath.
No, this stream is fine.
Your shoulders are still dying from the
Oh
impact.
yeah, that was something Oreo-san kept mentioning to me.
Hmm?
Like every time my shoulder or my neck
Oh,
would
yeah.
pop, Oreo-san was like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah. This
Like
much.
every time you were dying, you were just like, "Oh, my shoulder hurts." I'm like, "Go fucking soak your damn body in a goddamn hot bath, my god."
Speaking of shoulder, I just remembered. I don't know if this was the cause of the Shibuya meltdown for the last time. But there was a point where both Mika, my God, I watched this. Okay, it was really both Mika and Zane had Ori in the middle, and then one held one arm and then the other, and then they pulled.
Okay, that was not me. I was holding onto Ori's hand. I did not try to rip out her arm. That was Zane.
No, it was Zane. Zane had this like the vicest grip I've ever seen her make, and then
Zane let the voices win. I just went yank on Ori's arm.
God cussed me, but the whole animated version where literally both my arms were taken by Mika and Zane, except Zane won the custody battle and fucking yanked me.
Oh my god.
God.
Oh.
God, I felt my shoulder go. I was like, goodbye. Oh my god. My god.
What's getting you three?
Hi,
I did well.
Otsukare.
Sorry for you too, Ren, because you had to wake up for these random 3 a.m. panels.
Right.
Yeah.
Forget that people were like asking. It was like I think it was the LGBTQ one, or somebody asked once, and it's like Ren woke up at 6 a.m. and they were like, huh?
Oh yeah,
Like,
we were like,
yeah.
where's Ren? Ren, where are you?
It's like I'm here, bro. I got my coffee. It's like 6 in the morning, folks.
Yeah. We bullied Ren into joining us for some panels, so
Certainly.
made him get up
Thank
at
you
like
for-
3 in the morning.
God. I woke up at like what? Yeah, 3, but then like that was the first panel, so things were still really, really, really rough, and I was just waiting. I was like poking in. It's like, is everybody okay? Isn't it like past?
Oh
Past
boy, it
time
sure
already.
was. It was sure was. Woo.
Yeah.
And they were all like, and then I would get messages like, Ren,
We
sorry,
know.
we can't hear you. Or like we can't talk right now because we're setting things up. And like, oh, okay. Open CSP draws.
It just makes me picture like Ren like crouched in the corner, like drawing little circles in the dirt. Be like, okay, I'll wait, I guess. Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So that would happen. But yeah,
Mm.
waking up early is not as tough as like what you guys had to do. So really, let's get it.
Mm-mm.
Got
Let's get
it.
it. And like Zane said, we'll have like some of the panels up, so everyone can see them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We just have to
Mika
wait.
and I, or
Where can they
maybe
find
Oreo-san
them?
as well. We might have an additional stream where we talk about the escape room as well.
Yeah. Oh
Like how we
no!
designed it, the story, the puzzles.
I just realized something
Yes.
important, Zane.
Yes.
Our Akatsuka chat box. We didn't grab the
I
messages.
did.
Oh, you got them? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yatta.
We had like a little box that people could leave messages in on the merch table because we unfortunately didn't get to sit at the table this year. And so we're like, leave us a message and we'll read them out for a stream. But Zane grabbed them, which is good because I forgot. And it's been like
But, like,
3
you know-
hours, so the stream.
Yeah, we did. We spent 3 hours, and like,
Or
let me
even
just,
longer.
4 hours.
I just
Yeah.
I just also want to add, like, like these three did so much during this whole convention, and would like to thank the staff, especially, well,
Mm-mm.
especially Zozo was there,
helped out so
helped
much.
so much,
Yeah.
and I heard everything, like, that what has been happening, and really thank you, Zozo, for taking care of my friends. Arigato gozaimasu.
Dude, Zozo was a fucking trooper. I swear
Yeah.
to God. I
Was.
feel like
No.
if Zozo was not there, I think
I don't know
everything
what would have
gone to shit,
happened.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Zozo taking care of us already in Final Fantasy, taking care of you guys. It's great. It's what a trooper. You're so
Okay.
strong. Thank you.
Okay, completely unrelated, but I just remembered something very
Yes.
funny that I want to mention. Okay, so when we were getting through, like when we were leaving the panel room to keep us like safe from getting doxxed, we had like a back entryway that we could go through. I'm sorry, I just watched Ari's nose like yeet off into the
Same. I was like, what was that?
Okay. So the three of us went through this back way, right? And it's like the back where staff are, and it's like where like they put trolleys and stuff. And it was like the three of us, and I think we were a little bit sugar high. We must have had something that day. But the three of us were like hunched with our arms out and our legs spread, and we were like running around like goblins and going, yeah, like through the hallway. Just like if you came across the three of us, we were just like goblin walking through this back entry, all three of us making stupid noises. Poor
I think that
Zozo
was
had to
the
put up.
actual day. I think that was the actual day where we managed to have breakfast.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, no wonder.
Guys, remember the fucking silent room where we literally all got in and started screaming, "Let us out!"
Oh God, I have videos for that. That's gonna come out as well. Yes.
Let us out!
Let us out.
There was like a screaming booth, so we all just like took turns jumping in and screaming to see how much it muted us.
How loud? Yeah.
It did
That
not
was
mute
fun.
us, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
Poor
That
Zozo
was
had to
very
put up with our
muted.
brain cell just between the three of us the
No.
entire time.
Especially
Singular
my
brain
lack
cell.
of brain cells, because like apparently sleep deprived Zane just forgets all of her chargers all the time.
Man.
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 Expectations were met and chargers were left.
Mm.
God, that was a time.
It was.
Right, so
Time.
where can people find like the videos that you guys will be coming? Will be
Never.
Well, we have to
Never,
get them from the
okay.
convention first. I mean, they're up on the Twitter the Twitch VODs, but we don't know for how long. So we'll have to
On
wait and
Twitch
see.
Right now.
Yeah,
I just checked. They are actually still up
You'll
right
have to
now.
scrub for them.
yeah.
I
Good luck.
Because sometimes they have panels that are back to back, and then that's just one stream. So
Yeah.
you have to find it.
So you'll have to go looking
So
for it.
if you guys are excited to see that,
And don't want to
impatient,
wait.
yeah, you can go check them out. Here, let me link you guys.
Twitch.tv /AnimeFest Dallas.
Yeah,
Mm.
I actually have it up already. Here you go. It's at their videos thingies. There you
Thank
guys.
you. Well,
Yosh.
Thank you. Mm-mm-mm.
so that was a trip, and this is our very casual
Zatsu.
post-con
Postcon
wrap-up.
Zatsu.
Post-con Tatsu, yes.
Man.
Zatsudan Dase.
That's done this you.
And we'll probably talk a little bit more during our streams anyway. We'll mention specific things that we forgot or talk in more detail. So you know.
It'll be fun.
Mm-mm-mm. But I think it's time for slup. Actually,
Yes, indeed.
actually, no. You know what time it is for everyone? Well, not for
What?
chat. Not for
Final
chat.
Fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
No. It is time for Bungo. The new episode's out.
Wait, what?
I thought the new chapter was out.
The new chapter is out.
The episode is out too?
The new episode is out.
Wow.
Remember, it comes out on Thursdays. It's Friday today.
Okay, bye guys. We need to go watch Bungo.
We have to go watch Bungo.
Watch and read Bungo. All right, guys.
All right. Goodbye, everyone. See y'all next time.
Well,
Thank you for
MLC
hanging
out.
with us.
MLC out.
MLC.
Wait, am I
wait.
included?
MLC night.
Oh wait,
and,
shit. Are we doing MLC night tonight?
We are.
Are we
aren't
not?
Oh shit. Okay. No, I forgot that it was Friday. Even though I just said it's Friday. I forgot that. Yep. Nope, we're good.
You know when you're ready, it is
MLC night
Friday.
tonight on Ren's
Yeah.
side.
Over
And
at my
then-
end.
I'm definitely doing Coffee Talk on Sunday. It's likely the last episode of Coffee Talk. So
Mm-mm-mm.
if you'd like to stop by, that's it from my side.
Whee!
Guys?
I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow. I haven't decided. TBH.
Okay.
TBA.
To
TBA.
be announced. To be announced.
Yeah, to be announced. It depends. I honestly
Oh,
just
yes,
want to
sir?
play Apex, so I might just play that off stream. There's an
Okay.
event I
You know
need to
what,
catch up
that's
on.
Us with Final Fantasy.
80% chance I'm probably gonna do FF because I need to hard get through Endwalker. Endwalker is Endwalker.
Okay.
Reddit, you don't count yourself out. Okay.
No sleep time. I'm not sleeping. I already slept.
I'm on moderator mode. You're fine. You're okay.
Okay. So I need to run FF.
Me.
Also, I need to literally Loki really hardly need to use the bathroom for the past 20 minutes, and I thought we were ending. So I really need to pee. So we're gonna. I need to pee.
Oh my
Alright,
god.
We'll see you
All
guys.
right,
Thank you
folks.
everyone for coming.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.